And there we go, I do have a recording.
That's
Welcome.
so weird. Let me look at my settings. Maybe it.
Today's stream is sponsored by Teeth. Make sure to brush them.
That's now live.
Saber.
Don't believe in teeth.
Welcome Twitch.
I keep on getting dove and pigeon videos in my recommended on YouTube.
Do you know the difference between a dove and a pigeon?
Let me
One's
Google
more
real quick.
annoying.
That's what Google's for.
Really?
One's better. You just need to figure out which one.
Here we go.
I'm ready for
Doves
some.
are generally a smaller stature, while pigeons are larger and stubbier.
Okay, I'm
No,
on.
I don't like the way that was phrased.
I do see
I
what
thought
says.
you meant Dove soap, not the bird.
The bird. I got so much ever since Clover.
Oh,
I've been
that's
getting
good.
this shit nonstop recommended in my freaking YouTube feed.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, I'm on here now. I'm on stream view. I should be able to
Oh.
edit. Here we go. Edit stream view
I-
information.
I think I need to get new headphones. My audio cut out there for like 30 seconds.
Okay, I changed it to episode 6. We should be on episode 6.
Yeah.
I love the Discord bot so much. Like the protogen for like the music bot is so amazing. Every single time I see it, I'm just happy.
What?
You're welcome for making art.
Oh.
So I get also this.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it in mod mode essentially. Mod view.
I literally could not make your guys' PNGs bigger if I wanted to. You literally take up
Yeah,
the
you get it.
entire bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if more people joined.
Damn.
Cons-
That's what happened last time, but then you weren't here, so it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
Let's have 19 people in the session.
Let's do it.
I keep forgetting that stream together is a thing.
Yeah.
It
It is
Shut
now
up,
a thing,
because
yeah.
Manage predictions, manage poll. Who's gonna die today? Let's start a poll.
Absolutely fucking nobody.
Probably just
No.
Gaz.
Dude.
No, Gas is
mom
gonna
go
get kidnapped
happen.
again. Is what's gonna happen.
No, you can just
Did
kill
I
him this
Did I
time.
actually fix Ellie's like thing to where it's more in the middle? Did I ever fix that?
No, I know of.
I'm currently having issues. No, it's okay.
You're right. I see it. The bot next to you kind of makes it a lot more obvious.
Was it because the bot is like far facing left and Allie is far facing right?
Yeah, but at the same time, at least the bot's in the middle of like that canvas. Allie isn't.
Allie is just talking with the bot.
He's my
Hmm.
only friend. Wait.
So who wants to recap last session for Saber specifically? Because it's only been a week since last session, even though it feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's been so long since last session.
Yeah, what?
True.
Might be my fault.
Y'all, why do I remember it better than you? I was supposed to have shit memory.
I just
Well, to
know
be
that
fair,
I
you
forked
did-
up money.
Give me a second.
Yes, you did. We started last session with y'all going to the inn. What happened after that?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Everything happened.
Someone-
There's the frog too.
We had a
Oh,
frog.
yeah, the frog that got Adam all happy drunk.
Yeah, and then Adam got actual drunk, and then Catherine got drunk, and then Tyr got drunk and tried to fight a wolf and lost, and then Gore came in. It was like Buenos Dias.
Yeah.
Lost
And,
to a-
and dealt with the wolf, and then the next day we were like, we gotta go to this pond because they said that we gotta go to the pond to pay for the tab for the night. It's a donation situation. We were
No
like,
matter what.
so we went
No matter
there, and I threw 50
Yeah.
gold into the pond, the splishy splashy. We were like, great. that'll work. And then they were like, give us more. And it was like, okay. And then Nilo was like, did you say more? And then proceed to give
400 gold.
400, yeah, 350, 400 gold, just a bunch of money. And then we said, well, now that's just not how this works. And then we went inside and we said, aha, it was you, the bartender, all along. And then we beat the shit out of him. And then the elementals were like,
Technically killed.
why are we here? Just to why are we here? Just to suffer. And then they died. And then
Yeah, we
and
went to
then we
the.
left. And Tyr and Catherine were talking, and Catherine was like, hey, yo, why are there two of you? Can you explain what the hell is going on?
The Dakota.
then-
Why no
It
South
was
Dakota?
nice,
Please
so-
explain.
And then
I
the
didn't like that.
rest of the party waddled on up for Tyr to give their exposition behind, their multiplicity situation.
Pussy. Which the whole explanation was basically, not really sure. My god just made me this. My god decided this was gonna happen.
My God said-
He's not a warlock, guys. He's not a warlock. I
Not a
swear he's
warlock.
not a
Also,
warlock.
Also, Adam was a bit of a loot goblin and took all of the gold that they had stolen from people, so now he has like 700 gold.
Yep.
Nilo is down 400 gold, and Adam is up 700. And Catherine's down
Wait,
50.
is this how it works? Wait, I'm gonna. Oh my lord. Okay.
Gore tried to convince Adam to get rid of the money, and Adam said no.
Like a mad
To be
lad.
fair, it was just a spite gore.
I
They
still
were-
want a portion of cut.
There may or may not be dwarves in the city who severely lack funds at the moment, but it would only be whatever they carried on their person. You just happen to be carrying a lot on your person, Nilo specifically.
We gather up.
And now,
So it was you the whole time that was scamming the people on the road.
also,
How could you have?
we're not going to forget the fact that Tia also got a rock that gives him a two-way teleport to two other dimensions.
What the
Hell
When
yeah.
the fuck did? Oh yeah. Okay.
I got it
never
from the
mind.
elemental.
Okay.
Like I'm
uh,
having my brain cells just like fire up when I.
You freed the elementals from the service, so they gave you a rock that only works once as a one. So basically, you get one trip back and one trip, or one trip there and one trip back to the plane of water and the plane of air.
Yeah,
Okay.
from water and
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like-
I'm trying to make.
it's like a guest pass. You got a guest pass to the plane of water and air, which are two separate planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, two
And-
separate planes that we're eventually gonna go and question some bozos there.
And you found, and by the way, you also, Nilo, they kept the body of the Clockwork Mage.
Thank you. Thank
One of
you.
Gaz has it in his bag.
There's more corpses.
Okay, for
Okay.
once it's not in Nilo's, I'm okay with it. Okay.
You still have yours.
Oh, of course. 10 years in the making of just keeping a corpse, that's fine. 10 years in the
yeah,
making
man.
of just keeping.
Oh, these look like the doors that would actually greet you in a way that I would think.
Yeah, and you see what looks to be some very tough, burly dwarves whose mustaches can even rival their beards. After spending a few days together, all of the drunkenness and all the everything kind of wore off, and as you trudge through, you basically find yourself going over a huge mountain peak all the way up, and then on the other side you see a huge valley of snow completely covering what you would imagine would be once a beautiful like forest. You see the snow almost taking over where there is no ounce of grass on the ground to be seen, other than what is left from tracks of the local wildlife. There is just snow and trees and a frozen lake. As you make your way down the path, eventually you go up the long, winding path up to the dwarven city entrance. So you can tell that this city entrance is inside the mountain. This mountain has been carved out by each rock and stone, each individual. You just can tell that this mountain, you can almost sense the echo-ness coming from the mountain. You can tell it's been hollowed out.
Man, I will tell you this right now. As much as everyone else would probably be feeling where it's just like, oh yeah, that's really cool. I say that's super relaxing and it makes me want to fall asleep. God damn it. Alright.
The music
But
or
I'm
the
gonna-
environment?
Is relaxed.
The environment of just snow, cold,
Oh,
crisp
no.
air.
My snow ASMR.
Fuck you. No.
Snow crunching is.
No.
No crunch.
Also,
Should be
Tia
up
now
to
has
the
a way to
point.
change their little token at will.
Yeah, I can put on armor and take off armor
Mhm.
Well,
for free. That's
I don't
what's
know, it
annoying.
sounds like
It's not
also
that bad.
with the cold
Better
air
just
anyways,
turn that.
Nayla would probably be pretty comfortable too.
Nilo, you feel at home in the snow. Despite it being water, which does typically make snow wet, you still feel at comfort in the snow.
I still don't know how to interact with these dwarves in particular. They're just too jolly.
You walk up and you introduce yourself commonly.
What
I
are
have
we
a much
here?
different
I'm
experience.
still trying
Tell
to
them.
get off like
Or we
drunken
ask,
state.
or we ask Tyr to flash his family crest to let them know we mean business, or I can show off my dwarven crest to let them know that we mean business.
The
Why
important
don't
thing
we
is
just
we
use
do mean business.
dwarves gave us at the outpost?
That's
Only
fair.
one of you is welcome. Only two of you are welcome in the Dwarf City. The rest of you are accompanied those that are welcome.
Technically,
Should we
Oh
fair,
yeah,
we do
sorry.
have to-
So
I need to tell
yeah.
Nilo, you are one of the people that are welcome inside the city.
Oh,
I forgot to
I know,
mention
I
that.
know, because that was like two weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was a 2
You
week
got
thing.
you got
I was
special
here.
you got special privilege to the dwarves.
we got special privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just let's just follow Nilo, stay close to them.
And
Onwards.
Nilo can make the deals for you guys. Nothing can go wrong.
Gaz,
Thank
please be as close to Nilo as possible.
What's wrong?
I
Nothing's
said what I
wrong.
said, and I will not be taking any
I don't
constructive
remember
feedback
how
at
to
this
actually
moment.
turn. It's been a week. I don't remember how to turn.
Shift
Okay.
and
F,
mouse wheel.
F, and then shift your mouse wheel. It goes in
Oh, I
increments
just do
of
shift and mouse wheel.
yeah. Shift and mouse wheel makes you go by it makes it go
Swinny, swinny.
in increments of
Got the
45
new art. Let's
degrees.
go.
Okay. I
Yes, we have new Catherine on.
I'm just on the side of the mountain, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going up the path.
You're-
Oh, you can also hold shift whenever you move your token, and you can move
Yeah.
in between lines.
Yeah.
Also-
I was just lazy.
We don't
I was
follow
holding
the
my
grid
bike.
based system.
We gotta get you also Catherine, you need to name that one thing that we talked about.
What? Wait, what?
You need to name the one thing we talked about.
You're literally cutting out. I can't hear.
Oh, am I cutting out for everyone?
You're right. It's like right when you say like what what they're supposed to
So I was saying, Catherine, you need to send me a name for the creature we talked about.
Oh, yeah, I can send you that.
It was like
That's
3
not
times of like,
transparent here.
yeah, you need to send me the name.
I was like, I'm sorry, I can't understand.
Please.
Please.
Is that real?
There we go.
It up.
Hopefully it's fixed. I updated all the
Real?
shit on my
I thought
computer.
since when?
My computer,
Right.
literally, as we started session, my computer's like, huh, what if I just decide to not work right now?
His
I
drivers
updated
are.
I
Are
updated
you
everything I could and then restart my computer. It seems to be working
When
now. So I'm,
when has you
Dead.
when was the last time you restarted your computer?
It's July 1st, years
No.
old
Nilo,
Not
quick,
gonna
use that
make that.
charisma that you have a +3 in for some reason.
date.
Come on, Gazzy. Wizzy.
Uh,
Come on, Gizzy McGuire.
Never say that again.
No, say that again. It's funny.
Never say it.
you guys had to
again.
mentally reboot for a second.
Okay, I sent it.
Well, yeah, it's like no one's going to.
Perfect.
Nothing. I was just
We got
I
this,
was
Saber. You
making
got
sure
this.
That people trust me enough to talk to people.
Gaz gives you a
What?
2 thumbs up.
If
Good
anything,
enough for me.
if
Guys,
anything, we
listen,
tell them you don't know Dwarvish, and that you don't know what you're saying if we take over.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Worst
I
case
don't
scenario.
know Dwarvish.
They
I
all-
don't
I was
lie
saying,
anymore.
it's like,
Oh, God.
He's going to at first become.
Someone
just
teach me
to be
new
like,
Wait, Nilo doesn't know Dwarvish.
no, he doesn't.
Oh,
Hello.
Magawa only knows like ancient Dwarvish. This is like new Dwarvish.
The modern, the Gen Z of dwarves.
Gen Z Dwarvish.
He's like, and I'm just like lost.
Guys, you might want to go up there to help translate.
yeah, I'll go help Nilo translating.
Oh, what?
Yeah, my token is back. by the way.
I don't know why you're talking back. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Gaz looks away from people when he talks to them.
You know, he's just always looking over his shoulder. He's gotten that much more
He
paranoid.
always has his back turned.
I should be able to. You can keep talking. I'm flipping Gaz's token.
No, you good.
Nice.
Gaz, please help.
Nah.
Help.
So
You
Nilo,
say
what-
hello to them. They say, "What are you there?
they're-
What
they're
can I
saying,
do for you?"
They said, howdy there, what can we do for you?
So are they like actually talking?
They're taking a common.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
that's
so
good.
you weren't needed. Leave. No.
You are
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Jumps off
no,
mountain.
Hello. Me and my other friend have not even friend. Give me a second.
They
It's been
blink
a
at you.
week, Okay. Okay.
I don't know. The travel for here could be longer than a week. I'm surprised you're able to get here in such a weak time. All of the snow can people will all know.
We are here to take care of your minor problem.
Yeah, we have permission. Didn't we get like a badge or something to like?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I think you said yes. I think,
There we go, guys.
Thank you.
but Nilo's going to show off the like badge thing he got, and he's also going to point at Tier's badge thing, and the group is just like we
I apologize for my associates.
I'm still getting off being
hesitant.
drunk.
They
Leave me
haven't
alone.
dealt with dwarves very much.
It's been like 3
And yeah,
days.
I'm gonna be speaking in Dwarvish. We have business to conduct in the city.
You're finally a man who's able to speak with the dwarven language. Finally, someone that can actually communicate with us. Now that's a show of respect right there. Aye, brother, that's a show of respect. They reach out to you to grasp your hand.
Yeah, firm handshake.
Give me an athletics check.
Alright. Tears great at these.
They grip your hand so hard you take two bludgeoning damage. Finally, son, man. Finally, someone that can withstand the power of a dwarf.
Oh
My hand's slightly thinner than before.
I can see you've been here on the vessel business. By all means, we're just making sure that no random, and they kind of look over. We're gonna make sure that nobody unwelcome gets into the city. They clearly have had yourself a good talk with up in the mountains. You can come on into the city just fine. They kind of look over. They do whisper over to you. I do want to say, lad, is that one of your own automatons there?
I would say he belongs to the wilderness more than us. But yes, he's with us. And also, do you know a place to get the fortunes told? I'm looking for someone.
Ah, yes, you're just gonna ask the Grand Geode Maker. They like to use geodes to predict the future. As they kind of say to the group, and then they kind of lean in. She said they got automatons from the forest.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
So he said as though the automaton is from the forest.
Yeah, he's from I honestly don't know where he's from. He hasn't really not very talkative lad, but we'll keep him under wraps.
Do you know who his
Don't worry.
maker is?
I believe it was someone called hey,
I
he's gonna
think we
turn
should
around.
know.
Hey, Dio, who's that the guy who takes care of your kids sometimes?
The one who takes care of my. Serial. And.
He's gonna turn back and be like, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
were you talking about
Ter-
me the whole time?
He's like, Teriel was his creator.
Ah, never heard of a dwarf named Tyrael. You might want to be careful. I've been seeing the automatons going rogue lately, causing lots of problems within the city.
Dang, yeah. Well, luckily for us, he's from up north, so we shouldn't have too many problems with that.
I feel very insulted right now.
I mean, aren't we supposed to be? I would say they're talking dwarvish right now, so I don't
Yes, they are.
have anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't even.
Gaz, you hear this conversation, babe.
Yeah,
Is
is
this
it-
are you translating this right now? Little
I'm gonna. Tio, are you translating the suspicions of
No.
Gore?
Whereas
I
we're
am
just.
in front of them.
You gonna see this?
Ignore-
We've been having some
Guy's
else.
100.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yeah. Guy's 100%. You got here's tears just full on be like, yeah, Teriel made Gore 100%. Yeah.
Mm.
Like full confidence.
You
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you just like, just immediately
All in
just like-
dwarvish.
All in Jarvis.
Dwarvish.
Are you
That's probably what
are you
it like.
asking this to Gaz if they're talking about you, or are you just saying this in general?
Can you translate what they are saying for me?
They're talking about dealing with the issue with the mine, as well as they were wondering who made you, as well, since they're worried about the automatons that have been going rogue recently. Hmm. Geralt is vouching for you right now.
That is a first. Maybe he would finally apologize to me.
They seem to be talking amongst themselves a bit.
I was about to
Okay.
say him whispering among himself.
You can make your way inside the city, but be careful with the automaton. I want you, if the automaton ends up straying without a maker, he's going to have to be put into arrest. I hope you realize that.
You hear that, Gore? No straying
You don't
away
speak
from
dwar-
your maker. I do
You don't-
speak Dwarvish.
Oh, do you say that too?
I say this in common to Gore.
What do you mean stray away from my maker? I am self-made.
I'm aware. They don't know that. Just stay near one of us.
Yeah.
We'll explain.
We'll explain more when we get inside.
Preferably
No, we'll split a little
stay
bit more
near
when we're
me or Tyr at that point.
since they have the badges and such.
Wait, what?
They say, look, I don't want to have to ask you this, but could you please put this around the wrist of the automaton over there? and he'll pull out what looks to be almost like a small magical bracelet.
I am not
It's just
putting
a
Gonna
this on.
small.
identify that.
Yes, you do.
You're gonna have to
They're
fight
also
over this.
they're going to tell you what it is, but you can also identify it to see if they're lying. So go and roll me an Arcana
I'm gonna,
check.
yeah, I'm
I was also-
gonna reaction
Oh.
identify that shit real
Yeah.
quick.
I wanna, yeah.
Yeah, go and give me
Oh,
Arcana
those good, right.
checks.
I was also gonna try and identify it as well.
Yeah, go for it.
To help assist with the roll.
I'm clicking it. It's not popping up. Why is it not popping up?
I'll double check
Proficient
everything.
in Arcana.
Ah.
Okay.
I got it for now.
You know what? We do it for the memes.
Yeah,
We-
for some reason I'm clicking my stats and it's not
Oh, yeah.
popping up. Is it because
do it
there's
for
that
the
weird
memes.
tiny atom down there?
Maybe. No. I don't know. We'll see on the next map if everything is weird. You would, Catherine, you'd be able to realize it is basically just a bracelet with a small. It's a very very small minor scrying spell, but you can tell it mostly is just for the spell itself. It seems to be a little bit of a custom made, but you can tell that just by what runic markings are on it, it is essentially just a small tracking wristband. They just say, "This is just to make sure that we know where the automaton goes. In case it goes rogue, we got to make sure that it doesn't end up escaping the city after causing any trouble. You can take it off once you leave the city. That's nothing permanent." And he'll like slap on the wrist to himself, and then he'll press like a button, and then he'll pop right off.
Is there a way for us to potentially see where, is there like a hub that all of that is stored at, that information?
Yeah,
Oh, look,
by all means, you just gotta talk to Balin. Balin's a blacksmith in town. He's been a magical talent ever since he was such a boy. So he's been able to make all of these wristbands for it. All of the automatons in the city have them.
Okay. Yeah. We might go give Balin a talk then to see about potentially, yeah, I have an idea.
It wouldn't hurt to blend in.
They ask, like I said, if the automaton doesn't have this wristband and they're caught in public, they're going to be confronted several times over, figuring out why they get the first special privilege.
Oh yeah.
They kind of look a bit like they clearly don't like this because they clearly have like a high respect of like automatons, and you can just tell by looking that they even feel bad like asking this, but you can tell that they all seemed very resolved about having this.
Yes, I understand. Security reasons, one or the other.
This is all happening in Georgia right now.
You just see like you just see like Tio being handed like a snap-on wristband.
That's for,
And,
Gore.
sure. Yeah, you turn around. You're like, Gore, you need to put this on. It's city policy.
What do you mean? Why do I have to put this on?
It's city policy. They won't let us in without it. It's because of your
It's
Because
because
of-
well, because you automaton. They're worried about you going rogue. From what they explain, it's a small scrying spell to like, essentially keep watch that you don't go rogue and run and cause havoc.
A
Unfortunately, they won't
small
let you in.
scrying spell.
Can
You would feel like if you wanted
not
to, you could probably crush this if you felt like you really needed to. It would also just obviously be alerting everyone that you have now crushed it. But just looking at the school, you feel like you could confidently crush this in your hands if you had to.
I fucking hate this.
Could I do not for the bracelet itself, but
Dear,
figure out what
I will
type
put
of
it
like
on under one condition.
Yeah.
You apologize. And you have to mean it.
Can you be more specific?
Can you apologize for the night that you got really drunk, almost got a local woman killed, and then proceeded to blast me with your harmful magics? It was very uncalled for, and it really, what's the word? Hurt
Very
my
well.
feelings.
I'll apologize again. I'm going to that you have to promise not to follow me when I am clearly
I do not want any
want to be personal.
knickknacks tacked on. I just want an apology, and that's it.
And I want to guarantee that you won't follow me
I
when
swear,
I'm doing
if
my
you
personal business.
yes, let me go ahead and leave you to your personal business. As I hear a woman screaming bloody murder as she is getting mauled to death by a local wolf.
I did not. I asked for a guarantee, not your sarcasm.
I will try to enjoy my nature walks next time in silence.
Very well. I apologize for. I apologize for the magic. It was perhaps uncalled for.
And I am also going to look over to Catherine. Catherine, what languages do you speak?
1 second.
As they are talking, though, Adam is going to go up and talk to the dwarves real quick whenever we want to do that.
I'll do it after this.
Yeah.
Aqua, Common, Dwarven, Elven, Kitsune, Sakroth, and Sign Language.
Which ones? Necro?
Necro.
Alright,
Actually, no,
you
they
guys
don't know
speak in
Necro. They don't
know
know
Necro.
Necro.
No, what
Aklo,
languages?
Common,
Aklo.
Dwarven, Elven, Kitsune, Sakvroth, and Sign Language.
Sakro.
We're gonna go with Elven and hopefully that they don't overhear.
Most of them probably know English, but we can chat.
We can
and
use the
put
higher
'em-
dialect.
You're also
They
looking.
won't understand.
You just vaguely remember the fact that Tio's an elf.
Yeah,
Just like, wait a
Don't worry
second. Tio
about
is
it.
an elf.
When we
Don't
get
worry
into
about
the
it.
city, I would like you to create a dummy for me, so I can get rid of this wristband.
I see what I can do.
If not, I will go ahead and just chop my own arm off and leave it there.
I mean, there might be a better option, but all right.
What are you saying to the dwarf, Adam?
Adam's going to come up to them while they're having this whole little argument about the bracelet and just say, hey, you guys have the Dwarven archives here, right?
Aye, we do, lad. We have a huge archive of all kinds of divine nature, as well as some basic spells. You see, they puff up
see.
very proud.
Damn, nice. Would you be able to give me directions to this Dwarven archive?
As long as you're there with one of the two there, as they point to Nilo and Tyr, as long as with one of them, you'll be able to roam the city with all that please. Just make sure that your least to your party stays with at least one of them at all times. Anyone caught by themselves will have to be checked.
No, I know that. I just want to know so that way me and my compatriots can, stop by there. We have some business there. as well.
By all means, order. You just gotta go to the left of the Dwarven Forge.
Gotcha. And I don't suppose have you guys been working outside of this gate for like a while now?
I don't know, I've only been here for about 2 years. The other one's been there for about 3.
I don't suppose either of you have seen this woman, have you? And he holds out the parchment paper.
You kind of look. Well, it's not really every day that we have a human into the city. As they kind of look at the photo. Aye, that's the last who came back here. I think I heard of it a few years ago. She has an extremely overdue book.
Do you know what this book is?
Some book about resurrection and all that. They checked it out from the library and managed to vanish in the night. They never did return that book.
Shit.
She's also wanted in the city.
I imagine so. I'm also looking for her. So if just, I suppose.
Obviously, how she's about to. There's about the kind of look. How much was it again? I think it was two. Was it about 1,500? Aye, about 1,500 gold for returning her with the book. It was a very old ancient text.
Very old text. Okay, that's concerning. All right, that's all I really need. I guess I needed to know really. Thanks guys. You're doing a good job.
I hear that. The latter complimented me. We don't get very many compliments around here. Thank you so much for that.
It's no problem. You guys do, you do the unappreciated work, kind that people don't really think about, and hey, that deserves some respect.
They both pop up very proud. One of them seems to be stroking their mustache with great pride.
Nice. He's gonna give him a little thumbs up, and back off.
You kind of see them each you see them each go to two different sides of the entrance, and they start cranking what looks to be a humongous almost crank on the side of the door. And as you see that, the doors begin to slide open, allowing you into the city. Reminder, don't stray too far from Tia and Nila.
Adam's going to slip over to Nilo and just tap, hand on shoulder, leaning in to say, "Can you come with me to the Dwarven Archives when we get the chance?"
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Oh, okay.
Any last minute words to the dwarves?
The bracelet is on Gore's arm right now, right?
Did Gore put the bracelet on?
Gore's gonna put on the bracelet, but I swear later on they're gonna come in, busted in like goddamn SWAT, and they're just gonna see Gore's arm just singly standing there.
Gore,
and just the middle finger just put up.
Gore, can I look over the bracelet real quick?
Do not make the bracelet.
Is the bracelet just runic writing on it, or is there a magical gem in the center? Okay. Can I try reading the writing on it, try to figure out what type of scrying spell it is?
Yeah, it's a very you would have enough magic at this point. It is not a huge inflow thing. It's more just a very small it's not even like a full scrying. You can tell just by it's a very weaker form of what you'd imagine the spell would be. It's not even able to have that far of range. It is mostly for inside the city and around the area itself. As you can tell, that the range of it is not very far.
Is this something that Gaz could feel that he could recreate?
Yeah. With enough time, if you were able to talk to the maker themselves, you would be able to. You'd imagine comfortably be able to make a few of these. Though like I said, it's a very smallish. It's a very weaker form of the spell. You can tell that this was definitely mass produced inside the city, just due to the need of the amount of them.
The dwarf said that the blacksmith made it, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Let me check
let's go over. Nilo, when we get the chance, a little bit of free time, can we go over to the blacksmith? I have some questions about that bracelet I would like to have answered.
It is.
Yeah, but
did that post in chat for everyone?
Somewhere else too.
Guy.
It's a custom version of that, but it's a dwarven eye instead.
Oh. Let Nilo talk real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I finished my sentence. It would just be replying.
Yes, please state again.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
I understand. No, I was saying it's yeah, of course, but I also have to go somewhere with Adam too.
Oh, well, I guess I can come to you guys where you go, and then we can head to the blacksmith afterwards. Then.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're heading right over.
I don't want to split up the party too much, but at the same time,
Well, as long as As long as we're with you and they're with Tier, they should be fine.
Let's just split up the party. Tyr and Megala just off on their own.
Yeah. I guess Magala, would you like to go with Tyr on
Wait,
his
where's Catherine?
Yeah, where's Catherine?
Oh, it's because I
Uh,
changed the token. Also, I had to
Hey, Catherine, where'd you go, pal?
just double
Yep, also
tears.
you're
Replace
using
all
the
other
old,
Tyr?
Fucking
you're us-
on.
you're using the old version of my token as well, by the way.
Yeah, I'll have to change them on each map.
And also,
Thank you.
it's not letting me roll. Like it's not like I'm clicking the stuff and it's not doing the pop up, so I don't know what.
Can you just try giving it a quick reload?
I can reload real quick.
Why am I not?
Door. If you and I want to go, I was planning on going and talking to the person who makes who makes that bracelet to see if we can reverse engineer it to find the automaton dragon and have a better precise location signaling of it down below when we go down below.
That's
Okay, sure. Why not? Let's go to
Did nobody
Northeast
else
Black.
think about that? That's what I was thinking about. Like,
Oh,
I would imagine that the person that has such a ban put onto the automaton dragon might have it already destroyed.
well,
But sure.
but I'm wondering if we can figure out if there's some signal or other things like that that can help us to determine and better potentially find the automaton dragon, so we're not just running around the mines aimlessly trying to find the creature. Sure, they'll
I
be able to
think-
point us in a general idea, but I mean, I feel like having that pinpoint ability, especially for those that might not be able to see in the dark
Boom.
down there, looks at Adam, looks back at Gore, might be a helpful thing to have.
It could be.
Actively.
I would say that the problem with the other automatons possibly going berserk is what I hear, at least what I can decipher from the conversation earlier.
Oh, yes. That was what the discussion was. They also wanted you to have the band on to make sure that if you did get lost, putting that in air quotes, they would know where you were and they could find you later. And that's why I'm curious if we can potentially reverse engineer it so that we can gain an ability to have our own trackers, pretty much.
I would say that we should probably actually go ahead and maybe see why these automatons are going berserk in the first place and how they are commanded anyways.
Yeah. So I think going to, I believe his name was Baylor, is the head blacksmith, who was the one who created your armband, will probably have all of those answers to all of those questions.
So at that point,
Well.
Gaz, who are you going with?
Well, they're talking about also seeing the same person. So Gaz is gonna go with them, since you're going to somewhere else with Adam.
So I guess it's just me and Adam then. That's fine.
I'll join you, since you also want to head to the blacksmith to talk to them about the bracelets on Goa.
I'll take you guys to the to the blacksmith. I just need to make a quick stop along the way. It'll just be the quick.
Hmm.
A
Where
quick
would-
purchase.
How quick and where did you want to stop at, Tia?
Oh, it's that up at the Mystic Ward. There's a place for mystic readings and such. I need to go make a quick purchase there. It should be nothing more
Mystic
than a couple minutes out of our way.
I guess
Before we get too far away from each other, also, we're putting up the group chat again.
Yep.
So what?
You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
The group chat.
Isn't
Alright.
didn't you say it was to the left of the Great Forge, right?
Yep, the Great Forge is the center of all of the thing. It'd basically be about
So
right
is
here.
Oh, right around there. Okay, so I thought it was in the Mystic Ward, but okay, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, these tokens themselves are supposed to just represent like masses of dwarves. Think of those as just like just massives of dwarves. Various things doing their yeah.
Milling about and whatnot. When you all are done with the library, shoot up a message. We'll figure out where each other are. Meet up. If we get done with the forge first, we'll come find you. Okay.
Disney World.
Go.
Right.
Go, little ones. Have fun.
Follow me.
She gotta just y'all.
Follow me really quick.
I literally am doing the gesture, the like moving hands, like shoo, go.
Everyone has to follow Tia. Everyone following Tia like the.
Okay, Tia, we'll follow you to the Mystic Ward, and then we'll go to the Great Forge after.
This is absolutely
As you do walk into the city itself, it is what you would imagine like whenever you think of like a dwarf home. You'd imagine low ceilings and basically the ability where everything would be just almost to the ground, where everything's within easy reach. But no, as you go in there, you see giant spires as if they are beams holding up the mountain itself. You see iron casted pillars, gold casted pillars, diamond encrusted pillars just all the way. They go down as far as you can see, all the way up to the top. This is clearly made by some great form of earth magic, far more ancient and primal than anything that you would have ever seen outside of this dwarf forge. The heat inside of this city instantly makes you almost feel like you want to sweat, as this whole thing, this entire place feels like it is a sauna almost, with just the hot air constantly arising from the great forge in the center, as if the smoke itself from the forge has nowhere to go other than to just the mountaintop itself.
Just gonna. There you go.
You feel suddenly way cooler as you see Gore put on this cowboy hat. It makes them extremely cooler.
I put on Catherine's hat because I can imagine that it is not comfortable down here.
I mean,
It's not heat damage, but it is definitely very hot here.
Catherine will just kind of take it, licks the rim of the hat. Yeehaw.
You also see a gift shop with various shade hats proudly displayed for any people, all at only an easy price of 150 gold.
Wow, Ronnie.
Let me go ahead and look at as I
Right past it.
have no fucking money. Wait, where the fuck did 20 gold pieces come from?
I gave you 20 gold because I was sad for you.
Oh my fucking God.
He's so poor because he bought so much.
I utilize every bit of my coinage. It goes to no waste, no effort.
But yeah.
If you die a rich man, then you die a failure.
You see what looks to be several mages. You can tell they are very clearly magically inclined dwarves that seem to be talking over what you can see looks to be a beautiful dwarven fountain with a centerpiece made of pure, just like, almost just like pure steel. As there seems to be this steel statue over this fountain.
Dude, sick. I'm scanning these shops looking for that divination shop.
He's going into the tourist trap immediately.
You just see a big shop that just says Merlin's Mysticals.
Merlin's Mysticals. Alright. Give me the vibe of this shop.
As you walk into the shop, the curtains themselves just pull open at the mere presence of you standing outside of them. As you walk inside, the entire shop is completely cooled. Every ounce of the shop feels like it is a perfectly acclimated temperature to your own personal comfort, and it's like almost like a shield around you of just personal comfort. Everything in the shop, you can sense everything is magical. The tables are magical, the brooms are magical. Every item in the shop has varying levels of magic from 1 to 9, as this whole shop just feels like it is that which can provide you at least what you feel like you need there.
Yeah, that's concerning for a different reason. I'm gonna go up to the shopkeeper and yeah, ask if they have a hero deck.
They kind of look over to you as you kind of see they have one monocle that kind of zooms out and zooms in as you see like several, like the glass itself kind of pops off of the rim to kind of look towards you and then move back and popping into place as you see what looks to be a very old wizened dwarf with a very gray beard running the shop, and they say, yes, you wanted a tarot deck. Yes, the mystics of the unknown and fate are truly a strong mystical force. As they kind of rummage through some things, they put down a bag in front of you as you see them reaching into it, and like the first thing they pull out just seems to be like some sort of clockwork figure. They pull out what looks to be like a frog, before the frog just kind of stands up and says hello, and then it kind of jumps off and then eventually pulls out the deck of tarot cards.
Does he have a band on that frog?
You see the frog begin to jump away, but quickly as he sets down the tarot cards, he says, nope, Jim, get back in there, Jim. And you just see the frog, as you can tell that he's casting levitate on the frog, and then the frog gets returned to him, and he puts it back in the bag.
Is there a band on that automaton frog?
The frog is just you can tell the frog is not actually an automaton. It is an actual frog.
Oh, is it a straight up frog?
Sorry, you cast Awaken on the frog one time, and they can never seem to get rid of him.
a peculiar entity of sure.
I'm so horrified at the thought of that.
How much are we running for this? So.
What kind of tarot deck do you need? You want one that can make some fancy fortunes for a group of party, or are you looking for something more mystical?
I'm looking for. I mean, it is my belief that the magic comes not from the cards, but those who use them. Eh? But no, I am looking for good, a fine set of hero cards, you would say. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
They kind of look as they pull out a second set of tarot cards from the deck. You want one with a little bit more magic in it. One to aid the person who's trying to read the tarot. Very well, very well. As he kind of pulls out what looks to be a very magical deck of tarot cards. So these have very small properties, as you can tell just by looking at them. They have the effect of augury on the cards themselves. Let me go ahead and pull up the spell augury for you. It's essentially would be a modified version of the augury spell, but instead of using bones or some other thing, it's using the cards itself.
Use the hero cards for it. Okay.
Yeah. So this will run you about 70 gold for be able to do anything on the coming with the future of the magic. You're always going to be extra careful with it.
Listen, 70 gold for some, albeit, how do I say this, tampered decks. I prefer just the regular version. As I said, the magic comes from the user, not the cards.
Very well. As he puts back the tarot cards and he pulls out a second deck. Okay, this one is one of the fan favorites. A lot of the local humans seem to be really interested in this deck. And he pulls out a second deck. You can tell there isn't as much magic coming off the deck, but it is a very fancy full deck with the art itself illustrated in what can only be described as runic writings. No power itself, but the creator definitely put a lot of work into it. And they hand it. This one will only be at about 20 gold for this one.
20 gold is still a lot.
You can try haggle.
Do you not have any money?
Bro,
Um,
the most expensive hero deck is 11 gold. I don't know where he's
You
doubling the
not-
prices from.
Just
If
ask
only you
for
had
it.
Adam there with his 700 gold.
Adam just being like,
Yeah, but
my purse feels so
I
heavy
mean,
right
other
now.
people-
alright.
Not that he would give it to you, Tier, but still.
I could even throw in a free tarot reading if you have an any interest.
I will be the ones doing the readings. Thank you very much. Please, something a little on the lower end.
You see him pull out as he well. This one doesn't have any magical writing, but it's made by one of the local dwarves themselves. They put all the cards together, and you see him. He pulls out a third deck. He seems very sad at this deck as he knows there's no magic in it. That's what only one. You're about 5 gold.
It absolutely just insulted a dwarf. Give me your most shittiest main deck.
Seeing as there's no magic, which Tyr asked for in the first place, he's like, "There's something I want."
That's like going to a diamond store and asking for like a I don't know, one of those pop rings.
Yeah.
Or something like
What is
that.
this ring?
Show me your finest tarot deck. I mean the cheap one.
So your finest tarot deck brings out an enchanted tarot deck. No,
Show me
no magic.
it's the sir, may I see your finest bottle of wine? Jimmy, get the $3,000 bottle of wine. I'm sorry, I meant your most $8 a bottle of wine.
It's affordable wine on a worker's budget, on a minimum wage budget.
They can give you a fully illustrated they can give you a fully illustrated deck for 5 gold.
Chuckles, you're supposed to roleplay a person with money.
You're the literal trader.
I'm a merchant, all right. Merchants. How do you think merchants get money? All right, it's not by spending money on useless items. 70 gold, way overpriced.
Aren't you literally paying for a deck of cards that cannot do anything but potentially read to your own ego and provide you with a feeling of safety because your ideals have been correct based upon literal pseudoscience?
Just gonna go ahead and
I was gonna give you the augury spell in one form, but in card form.
For 70 gold, no way, dude.
Oh my.
But yeah, he's gonna take this. He's like, may Eris protect your secrets and shield your sight. Thank you.
I'm giving you playing
may I have
cards.
your finest sword.
Fucking slave.
No, not that one. It's too expensive.
You have a set of playing cards, but they're tarot cards now.
No.
I'm deducting 5 gold from you.
Don't give me fucking playing cards.
I'm
I'm
getting
putting
deducted.
I'm putting the actual deck.
You may. I tried finding the compendium and I didn't see a tarot deck. That's a hero
No.
deck, not a tarot deck.
Tarot deck is
does
a
not
tarot
exist.
deck.
I don't.
I said, yeah.
Please tell me you guys know how to spell tarot.
Jeez. Tarot's lame anyway. But yeah.
This is what he's referring to. I was trying to find tarot deck and didn't have tarot. That's what he's referring to.
Tarot deck. Fine, let's see.
I'm gonna rename this as kinda fine. Because you only spend half the price. So now it's hero deck, kinda fine.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Fine,
Well,
fine.
it'll work for.
How did
It's
you
a
get
medium tarot deck.
That's
Tarot deck.
Yeah, it's the kinda fine tarot deck.
You're like, anyway, That is my business, Don.
You went to the fanciest
Nope.
magic shop to buy a basic set of cards. The dwarf looks at you in disappointment.
I actually,
I'm
Gaz,
actually just disappointed in
Gaz is gonna walk up to him. Well, hello there, dwarf. I heard that your kind makes the finest divination spells. Do you have any in scroll form, by the chance?
I found someone out here to get some more proper pricing. Yes, we have many of the scrolls here to keep you whatever you need.
Gaz flips through some notes he made. Do you happen to have a scroll called Prying Eye, in scroll form, or able to make one?
Prying survey?
Prying Eye. It's a level 5 spell.
I
It's
would say
divination
yes.
scroll. And how much for that scroll?
You're gonna say, well, for a scroll of that price, you're gonna have to look at about 150.
150. Guys, check this out. Well, I'm a little short on cash, but I have some items that I could trade you for make up for the missing gold.
Everyone's just fucking poor. It
Uh,
makes me
as-
absolutely-
Gaz is
Everyone
going
is
to-
so
I have a very fine
We're
and
all very poor.
Gaz is gonna pull out this wonderful, neatly packed black velvet cloak. I have some fine silk black velvet here. Should be worth at least some price. Gaz is trying to overhype how much this is actually worth.
Oh, sure, give me a
Only two
persuasion.
people with-
Uh,
only two people with
diplo-
money
diplomacy.
are in there.
The
There you
two
go.
people went. You all went shopping without the one, like the two people with the actual party's wealth.
There you go.
I went shopping for a $10 item. All right, you tried to sell
Okay.
me something 70. That is 70% of my money right there.
Okay.
It's so
Uh,
How am I buying that?
how well of a job does Gaz do with a 39?
They will
in
give you
trying to-
its price. They say, well, if you're willing to part with that card, I do have one extra thing for you can do.
Mhm.
They say,
Wait,
I'll
are
take
you giving
a.
up my cloak of feline rest to them? I'm taking that back. You do not deserve this.
He's already. It's on the table, and the dwarf is
No,
actually.
I am taking it back immediately. You
They-
do not deserve.
They
any of
they
this.
say, well, I'll give it for 100 gold, only if you do me a false favor.
And what small favor would that be?
They say, well, I've been very busy with the shop lately, and I haven't been able to go down to the blacksmith to pick up a sword.
Would you like me to go collect that sword for you then?
Ah, that'd be very nice. You can take my. And he yells, Finn, I got a ready for you to meet. And out from the back of the shop, you see what looks to be a very small feminine kobold coming out from the back of the shop. This is my assistant, Finn. They're going to be able to want to pick up the sword. It's too
So you want me
heavy
to
for
help?
them to carry by themselves.
So you want me to help them with picking up the sword then? Fair enough.
If you could go with Sven to make sure that Sven gets back to the sword safely. Last time I sent her off to the forge, she was gone for 2 days. The kobold kind of looks up. There was very interesting. Well, then I went to the bookshop and there was some. It was a fun 2 days. You know, and you see
Hello.
the 4 female kobold come over to you guys.
Hello there, Finn. You said Finn? Or how
Sven.
is their names?
Sven.
Sven. Hello there, Sven, as Gaz holds out a hand to shake their claw.
Lily, hi, I'm Sven. We're working at this mystical shop. I've been practicing my arcane arts. And you see as she casts like the light cantrip. She's very
Ah,
proud
that's
of it.
That is mighty impressive. Sven. Yeah. What was your name again? The dwarf. I don't think I caught your name. What is it?
That's Marlon. Marlon the Mysticals.
Marlon the Mysticals. Okay. I'll take
know.
Sven here and grab your sword. Can you give me a note of some type so the blacksmith knows that it's for you?
Oh, they're very familiar with Sven. As long as Sven's with you, I'll make sure that they'll get you the right sword.
Okay. Though you did say he's talking in Dwarves. You did say Sven could get a bit lost the last time they went, right?
As long as you make sure they don't run off too far, they'll be just fine. Just make sure you walk back to the forge or back to the shop with her.
You guys are gonna keep a close eye on Sven. So do any of you any of the rest of you need anything? Or can we head to the blacksmith?
Miguel is gonna
I did-
walk in. He's gonna put down like 5 gold pieces, and he goes to clear his throat. And the only 2 words that would probably make sense for him to know: rock candy.
I could give you a whole bucket of it for about 2 actually, you would put down 5 gold. I'll give you the whole bucket. As you see him pull out what looks to be like, he pulls out a jar that clearly is for the more smaller of the dwarves, and he gives you at least like 10 sticks of rock candy, as well as all of the smaller candied bits at the bottom.
Miguel is gonna just take it all.
You now have rock candy on your sheet.
Miguel comes out, sees like Catherine there, so just offers one while he just like munching on one.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. She's got her grimoire open, just looking through some stuff and.
Meanwhile, Nilo and Adam, you're at the Grand Library. The library itself, the doors are just as large as the entrance to the city itself. You can tell that even just from looking from the outside, you can tell that this is a very proud library. It has been. The doors themselves seem of almost ancient metal designs.
Is there like a smaller door that we go through? Do I have to like pull these things open, or
you notice that there is a very smaller door on the right side that just kind of has like a basic door on the right side, though it is gem crusted.
Neela, do you want to say anything?
Honestly, I was going to, then I forgot. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm
Neela,
sorry.
you also see this.
It, I don't think that helped. I don't think that got. I don't think that brought it back. I forgot. It's fine.
Okay. But you weren't gonna like ask Adam anything about like himself, were you? Does that ring a bell?
No. I think I remember.
You got this.
I think. I don't, man. I really fucking don't. I'm losing it today. Okay. Are we here again? Why, if you don't mind me asking?
A dwarf that we rescued under the river said that she came here for looking for something, and the dwarves in the gate also said that she came here looking for a book on resurrection.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to
Yeah.
track her down, you know.
Also, why are all of the buildings for dwarves so big?
Probably compensating for something.
I don't know, but it makes me feel small, and I don't enjoy it. But yeah, no, let's go in. So it would be resurrection. And it will open the door for Adam, though.
Adam's gonna head through. He's gonna lead. What does the inside like look like? Is there like a librarian that we can talk to?
Yes, you go inside there, and there's bookshelves on bookshelves on bookshelves. Where it would take you at least a solid minute just to climb the ladder to the top of the bookshelves. It is a very, very large, just books all the way down through this massive hallway. It looks almost like a grand library themselves. As you see in the center, a essentially a desk of sorts, but the desk itself seems to be made of almost a beautiful blackened stone of some sort, cut with the most perfect precision to a perfect circle, as they have full vision of the grand archives inside.
Okay, and
You've acquired
the
Spin.
No, that's fine.
And we see is the librarian like in that center area then?
Yes,
Or?
they seem to be reading up a book. There's several dwarves on ladders that seem to be organizing. I'm not sure if they're organizing or picking out a book. There seems to be a small area to read itself, as you see them essentially sit down reading the various books of the library.
Okay, Adam's going to lead Nilo up to the library and just gently, quietly, just clear his throat and say, "Hello. You speak common, yes?"
Oh, hello there. Hi, we haven't saw a human. We haven't had a human in a few years now. You kind of see as they adjust the glasses, as you see a very wizened, olden, and you know this one's you kind of tell that they also seem to be very old as well, as they seem to have that grayish beard. Is someone here looking for looking for the books? What can I help you with, dearie?
I'm actually looking for a person who checked out a book here a few years ago. And you kind of pull out the
Yes.
parchment and hold it up to her. Or them.
That one. They kind of pull out a book, as you kind of see them almost like weave like a little magical sign into the desk, and as it does, a book just comes up from the middle of the circle before finding itself firmly planted on the stone. Yes, let's see what I can find. Yes, and they kind of zoom. You're gonna see them look very carefully with their glasses as they are looking. Yes, right here. It was one book that was loaned out. Troublesome, that one. Took the book and vanished in the middle of the night. Oh, it's such a shame. That's such a good book. Been around for so many centuries. But still, there's a bounty out on that woman if you manage to find her and get back the book.
Could you tell me more about this book that she stole? What was it about?
They kind of they seem to be looking through. Let's see here. It seemed to be a book about old, and she's trying to read the name of the book, as it was hand drawn in there. She's looking. Neela, what are you doing in the meantime while Adam is investigating this book?
Honestly, Neil, I was just like looking at everything, and it's just like I can't understand anything because books. But I feel like he would notice a book that just slightly catches his eye, just the word shadows. And he's just like, I don't think that's
He
what
notices a
it
book.
really is. And just wants to look at it anyways.
I don't know if you cut out, but all I heard was he would notice a book.
Notice a book that says shadows, doesn't believe that that's what it is, but looks anyways.
Roll me a d20.
I will roll a d20. It is an 18.
You find a book originally that looks like a book on shadows, but as you pull it open, it seems to be a book on shadow puppets. And after a while, you put that book, realizing that your paws could not ever hope to make the shadow puppets needed in this book, and you quickly find a more proper book on shadow magic specifically.
Yay.
And you, as for you, you find, and just for kicks, you find, I post the book in chat, you see as they pull out they almost project what looks to be like an image of the front cover of the book. as they say, "Ah, yes, this is a book on the resurrection. It was one of the first ones ever written by the dwarves who created the resurrection spell to begin with. It details and they kind of, doing this. My memory's a little hazed, but it's a really old text from what most people don't tend to read these days. But it was something about resurrection and how to keep it going and how to be able to find a soul and get it back from the. And she mentions back from the. What do we call it? Like the purgatory place, essentially. I forget the exact word we used. Yeah, but essentially from. As we all know, the souls, whenever they die, don't actually go anywhere immediately. They always end up in the waiting. And this book detailed how to find one of those souls in the waiting and allowed you to find a way to get them back to you. We're not really too sure how often they actually got used, but the author was one of the originals, so we always pay respects to the author.
So this book is on the ancient how to resurrect someone and keep them here.
It's one of the oldest books that we got. It was really we thought they came in with such interest with it. They mentioned that they wanted to have some sort of study that they were doing, and of course we trusted them as we were very, very trustworthy back then with the various books. Ever since then, we've had to beef up the security. We've never seen someone with that kind of magical power be able to get underneath us like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right for her. All right. You wouldn't happen to have any other ancient texts on Gremtara? Does that sound familiar?
Ah, yes, good Tara. I remember seeing that name a few times. As she quickly, you have to go up there, and she'll point to a book on the top shelf of like a cabinet extremely far away from you. It's up there on the top left corner. You can find it by its binding. It has these beautiful rosy patterns in the binding.
Okay. How hot is it in this library? Is it like a comfortable temperature?
You could tell that there was a sense of magic in the air that's keeping this specific area cooler, only for the purpose of preserving the books. Ah, yes. As they kind of say, do you mention anything about the coolness of the air?
No, but what I was gonna have was I was gonna say like then Clover would come out of her tattoo form and onto his shoulder, and seeing her point out the book, she's going to immediately fly up and try and grab the book for Adam.
Sure. You would be surprised at what this little dove is able to carry. She says, normally that book would be too heavy for any sort of. And as she says that, the bird pulls out the book. My golly, that's surprised. Color me surprised. I haven't seen a bird be able to lift up something that heavy. As you see them quickly fly back with the book to you.
He takes the book and gives her a smirk and just says, Clover is a talented bird. And Clover says, damn right I am. And yeah, he's gonna say, you don't mind if he's gonna turn over to Nilo. Hey Nilo, do you mind if I spend some time studying this book?
I mean, that's fine. We're just gonna stay here to do that? I mean, I kinda got my own book, so I mean, that's fine.
He's gonna look at the librarian. I understand you've probably changed your policies about checking out books and stuff, right? So what's your policy right now?
Right now, if you wanted to be able to check out the books, we have to put. And she pulls out a few wristbands. We're gonna have to put this tracker spell on you to make sure that you return the book in a timely fashion. These are a lot tougher than the ones that we give out to the automatons you see walking around. We already know what the magics of the other humans can do, so we have to be a lot more cautious about it.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I was gonna say, it's like if...
You can take off the bracelet once you return the book. It's not the permanent.
think it would
mean,
be
we
better
can-
if. Hmm?
It's like we can read here until we get the I guess word from them that they're leaving.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, we'll just stay here for a little bit and study these books. Thank you.
You see the book, and like the book itself seems to it's a little bit less flavorful to the book that you originally found on, or the book you originally started on Grimtala. This one seems to be more of the more actual history, and it doesn't. This one itself seems to tell of the Grimtala, but in a much older stage of their life, or whenever they were a little bit of a younger of a teen, and it describes them as essentially a careless prankster of sorts, causing mischief about using their charismatic wiles to trick and befuddle. And the whole book almost seems like it is both a warning as well as a documentary on several shenanigans that happened over the course of this child's life.
Okay. Any special details? Maybe like ripped out pages. Any details that might stand out to me?
Go ahead and give me a give me a give me a history check.
I don't have history.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's not a thing. Society.
Okay. You'll have to roll for me because it's still not popping up for me.
Yeah.
Sarah's always trying to find something that we don't
Society.
have.
Society is the most important skill in my game.
Good thing there's a roleplay reason why I don't have society.
You look through this book and you see several. As you're going this, you realize that the planes that are being described aren't all just the material planes. You see one discussion of where they ended up in the Feywild, and there seems to be a whole few chapters on their interactions with the Feywild and the Fey King. And it even ends at the very end with basically how they are no longer welcome in the Feywild.
They're no longer welcome.
Okay.
What the fuck do you do in the Feywild to not be no longer welcome in the Feywild?
They only have
Um,
a few rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you even have those?
So does this book have like list an author?
Yes, actually. The author itself seems to be a. If you were to ask about it, obviously you would ask about it. You'd know that it is a very, very old dwarf that is no longer still in the city, but was actually represented by one of the original, very, very, very ancient dwarf. And their statue is actually held up in the Hall of the Explorers, which is another place in the city, and it is they have a statue built to the author itself from this book. They-
I'm gonna ask. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say he's gonna ask the librarian if this author is still if they know anything about his whereabouts, if he's still alive or not.
Sadly that author passed away long ago. That book is of a very, very old means. They say we built a statue in their honor as though one of the authors of a great many of the books here. Through their ability of magic, they were able to see great many things that happened in the world. So we always pay homage to the fact that a lot of these books were written by them themselves. A great storyteller, if you will.
I see. Well, is there anything? Is he buried at this statue or anything like that?
The statue actually is his own body himself. Whenever a dwarf of that caliber dies, they're cast and they make a mold of the body themselves using a cast and eternalize them in the iron itself. That's actually one of the greatest honors. As we say, from rock we're born and from rock we return. And just some dwarves get to a little bit more fancier rocks than others.
Out of character, real quick.
Hmm?
Does Pathfinder have an equivalent to the like talk to dead spell?
I think they do.
I believe
They
so, yeah.
do. I'm pretty sure it's a ritual though. Not like
Speak with.
Speak with dead.
There's also speak with stones, technically, but that's a 5th level spell. Speak with stones.
Don't worry about that one.
I'm pretty sure the dwarves have the speak with stones.
They probably do. There's also talking corpse as a spell as well.
Yeah, talking corpse is a 4th level, but you might be better off with the talk with stone.
Okay. He's going to ask the librarian, is there any place I could get maybe a scroll for talking with stones or talking with the dead, anything like that?
Ah, yes, you'll have to go over to Merlin. He's my husband, after all. He's the one reason they're skipping the whole building cool. That's why I have to great thanks to deal with his magics.
Alright. That's, he turns to Nilo. Nilo, isn't that where the others went?
I think so. I don't know exactly the place, but yeah. That
You
would make
have
sense.
telecommunication.
Yeah. I
can
actually
ask
want
them.
to ask, like, hey, can you go ahead and pick up a book of anything about the different types of materials that they have encountered?
There you go. But you keep.
Wait, what was that, Gore?
Could you pick up a book about anything about different rare materials that they have encountered, maybe as dwarves as a whole? That would be astounding.
Wait. Adam's going to respond back. They put trackers on us if we take the books out of the library, so you're gonna have to come here yourself, buddy.
Go
totally
already
worse
with
than the
one
one he
tracker.
already has.
It's a double. He had to get double braceleted.
What, Saber?
Get double braceleted.
It's
Are you
like if
fucking-
I can put together pieces of like it being Gore, it's just like it's worse. Not even putting together those pieces, just like it's worse than the one Gore has.
It's even stronger.
But yeah, he's
Yeah,
also
it's
gonna
great.
message and say, you guys wouldn't happen to be talking to a guy named Merlin, would you?
Oh, Teary Poo.
Was this guy Merlin?
Yes.
Yes, this is Merlin.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
You
was
see,
it
you see. By the way, you see Sven picking feathers out of your cloak.
They're picking the feathers out of my cloak.
I thought they
they're-
were connected to you.
Oh no, they
Yes.
are. That's
Yes.
my actual body.
That's your actual body.
The
Just like-
horrible,
Uh,
nasty ass skin.
Shut up, dude. Finn, please do not grab my feathers.
I feel like they seem to be. They kind of like. I look like I feel these may be molting. I thought it might be better to prune the feathers a little bit.
My feathers are clearly not mold.
She clearly just wants some of the feathers.
You can just ask for some of the feathers. You don't need to take them out of the money. From the library.
Lizzie here is no longer alive, you would say.
Adam is just hearing all this and going, "Hello."
Yes, sir.
It's like
What did you
Gaz
want?
like tunes in. Yes. Yes, Adam.
Can you tell me if this Merlin person has any spell scrolls of Speak with Stone?
Yes, we're about ready to leave, but I can ask him.
Please.
Merlin, before we leave, a friend of mine wants to know, do you have any you said with Speak with Stone, right, Adam?
Speak with Stone, yeah.
If you have any scrolls of Speak with Stone.
You don't think a dwarf, a magical dwarf without the ability to talk to stone. We have it as an innate ability, but for you it'd only be 150 gold for that scroll.
Oh, here, let me let them know. Adam, it's 150 gold for a scroll of that type.
Alright, perfect. I guess we'll head over there then.
Would you like me to tell him to get it ready for you?
Please.
Merlin, my friend will be stopping by to pick up that scroll shortly. Can you get it prepared for them?
Very well then. If they were they over at the library?
Yes, at the library right now.
Let my wife know that the breakfast or the dinner that she prepared has been fantastic. It's been great to many, nutritious.
Adam, Merlin would before we leave here, Merlin would like you to notify his wife that the lunch she prepared was absolutely delicious.
I'm sorry, he can hear this?
I'm letting Adam know this.
No, I'm saying like he's like Merlin can hear this.
No.
Catherine just pipes in, no, the conversation is kept between the two of you. Please make sure that you understand that all 5 of us can hear it.
But Merlin is not supposed to be part of this.
Merlin asked if the other party member of you as well at the library.
Yes, if my other party member is at the library, that's why he asked. And to let me notify you about that.
I feel like you guys aren't comprehending. It sounds like he is hearing.
No,
them.
Adam.
He is not.
Conversation.
Okay.
He was really asking if you were at the library. I notified him that my friend was at the library, and then that's what he wanted me to tell you. He doesn't know that we're actually communicating to each other.
Okay. Fine. Whatever. Just I'll be there we'll be there in a few minutes or whatever, however long it takes.
We're gonna be heading to the Great Forge shortly. What is Finn?
That was for the shopkeeper.
Okay.
He's gonna turn to the
they know
gonna turn to the librarian. Yeah.
They know you're communicating through arcane magic.
Oh, you.
They definitely rolled a nat 20 on their Arcana check as a magical shopkeeper with 9th level spells access in their shop. They are very aware of your small little radio.
Yo, fuck this shopkeeper.
Overselling
his deck.
I'll give you your best tarot card. Fucking give me your cheapest tarot card.
This is how you.
Cheapest tarot cards. I asked for the best. What an asshole!
You have to have some style. You have to
charge me magical bullshit. All right.
You have to go in knowing exactly what you want, and then haggle down the price.
No one haggled with this guy, really.
I did,
except you, and then Gold took it away.
Exactly.
I'm taking my damn fucking.
And now I have to do a slight thing that we were heading to there anyways.
I'll give it to someone that appreciates my gifts.
Sven is still kind of wrapped around you.
Are they playing? They play on my feather still.
Give it to
they're like picking at your tail.
Okay.
Adam's gonna tell the librarian about the lunch. And he's gonna motion to Nilo, and he's gonna hurry on out in clearly a bit urgently.
Merlin is always such a sweetheart. I gave him at least 2 geodes worth of lunch today. He's so happy with that. I even made my own little geode bowl itself. You crack open a geode and you carve out the center, and it makes one of the most prettiest bowls you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm sure. Nilo, we need to make a couple more stops.
Okay. I was still reading my book, but yeah, what's up?
We need to stop by the mystical ward to pick up a spell of Speak It to Stone, and then we need to head over to. You said it was the Hall of Explorers, right?
Yep, over here.
We need to head over to the Hall of Explorers. I need to talk to someone urgently.
Okay. Let me put this book back.
Clover also puts the book back up.
Yeah. You see the book. You see the Clover quickly grab the book from you and return it appropriately.
And then she's gonna go back into tattoo form as they head back out into the heat.
It is very hot.
Are you ready to leave to the Great Forge then, everyone?
How much is actually, you know what? I have one last buy. How much is a tiny shade hat?
Are you looking for a tiny creature, or are you looking for a medium, tiny, small?
like about pigeon-sized.
Ah, he pulls out like a tiny one. That's what all he needs, the smallest bit of magic to keep the person cool. As he plops it out, that's only 10 gold.
All right. Yeah. He goes ahead and puts down 11 gold.
You have
Because he appreciates.
the tiniest of shade hats.
Is it for Clover? Are you putting a shade hat on Clover?
Yes.
Meowdy.
Yeah.
That is so precious.
It's just like, it's just like come back to the.
Are they?
Very
I'm
interesting.
assuming we're gonna cross paths because they're kind of heading to the Great Forge. We're heading to the Mystic Ward, right?
Yep. You see, as you would see that, you would also see a very small, smallish kobold, similar to that of Gaz in color and design to Gaz, and they seem to be following very closely behind Gaz.
Mm-hmm.
Gaz, what's with your buddy?
Oh, this is Sven. I'm taking them to the Great Forge to go get a sword for Merlin.
Okay, I guess.
It's to help lower the price of an item I like to buy.
I
Okay,
see.
okay, that's fine then.
Sounds good. You guys have fun.
Yeah.
Or do you want to give him the hat?
Yeah. Where's Clover?
He looks at his shoulder. She's hanging out right now. Why?
Here you go. Have a merry winter solstice.
He takes the hat and just looks very confused at it. He can identify what it is immediately, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to whistle, and Clover's going to slip out from under his collar in tattoo form. You see, it's almost like if the lines of a page were to come off the page and take form. And as she forms, and then she looks at the hat and says, "Oh, cowboy! Cowboy!" He drops, and she flutters to his hand and slips the hat on with her little talons and goes, "Howdy, partner!"
Too precious. Alright. When we must go on the way.
All right, thanks for that.
No problem.
Be safe, don't kill. Or be killed. Please.
You'll be fine, you know.
I do want to talk to you
Also,
later, but alright, never mind.
Be careful of that Merlin. It'll try to upcharge you for magic, but for normal items.
Oh, Merlin was great to talk with and haggled on the price. I don't see what the problem you had was to you.
It's here. What do you
You were there.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, Adam.
You were there.
You can see Sven just coming up right behind you, almost following in tail. They kind of look. So how old are you?
Oh, I'm a very old kobold. 535.
Wow,
Not to be
I-
a grandpa.
I've never seen a kobold longer than 40 years before.
Yes. I'm a very special kobold. I live very long.
What's the cut of the feathers that you have?
Yes. They're how intelligent do I think Sven is?
10.
How intelligent?
Which is like
do
as
you
smart
think
as
Sven
most of
is?
the people in the party. As smart as you guys with an intelligence of 10.
Got it. Yes, they're from
Skull, 10
yeah.
intelligence.
they're part of my bloodline. They're mystical phoenix feather, so they keep me living much longer than a kobold.
Roll me a deception. Yeah,
She's
that's for me.
why are you
Merlin actually has a phoenix that he has as a personal pet, and I've never seen any feathers that look like that when they're phoenix.
mine is it's a very old phoenix, so phoenix feathers change as when they rebirth to a slightly different hue each time. So they're more unique that way. I can let you have a few of them if you would like. He said, yeah, she was playing with the feathers earlier. Gaz is going to like pick a few feathers out of him and then hand them to Sven.
You take 1 damage.
Oh yeah.
As you end the post, I wonder if I can distill these into a magical potion.
Hmm.
I've been learning alchemy too, you know.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can show me that as well. See what you've been working on.
You know, they say the dwarves were the first people to ever make the resurrection spell.
Well, I have heard that many times while I've been here, that they have specialized in divination and magic.
They are the ones that are first able to find the way to connect to the souls that don't really find a home until they find, well, they won't really, I'm not really too sure, but they're able to find souls that haven't passed on yet.
That's very interesting. I also have worked as not a dwarf that was also able to work very well with souls.
I want to be able to resurrect people too one day. I want to be a great healer one day.
Well, working here is it seemed like one of the best places to be to do that.
Maybe with these feathers I can create a resurrection potion.
Maybe.
They start to walk off.
As they start to walk off,
They're looking at the feathers and walking
Gaz
off.
is gonna as soon as they start trying to walk off, Gaz is gonna like reach out and try to grab their their forearm to stop them from moving away. Wait, Sven. Before you start going to still them, remember what we came here for, to get the blade for Merlin.
You see them looking like, as you grab their like wrist, they kind of like, you see them blush a little bit and like they kind of like hold your paw in return, as they kind of like, yes, let's go over there. And you see them kind of look shyly at you.
Yeah, let's go over there. As they're gonna hold on to their hand and guide them towards it so they don't run away.
They hold your
I'm gonna be
claw.
honest, that's weird romantic shit for it's weird.
I was actually somewhat thinking about that before I left. Like, it'd be funny if they just like went ahead and hit it off.
Oh, I can assure you, they didn't.
Magal is gonna be like, "This is a gift from Gas." It gives the Coco feel and rest.
They like clip it on the front of them as they kind of look. Wow, this has so much. It's like it has magic in it. Thank you so much. This looks so beautiful.
Would remove it from inventory.
It is now in Sven's inventory.
So Sven's
If only the resurrection magic worked in easier portions.
Tyr's like off to the side. Actually, just like his hero deck is like flying around him as he's like doing his hero reading.
Catherine,
Yes.
you are studying necromancy to possibly bring your brother back, right?
Yes.
Can you describe your brother? Maybe I've met them.
He was kind of a tall, lengthy man with kind of black, curly hair, and these green eyes. He was a pirate.
A pirate.
For a good chunk of his life. He loved kind of going out and exploring and seeing the different aspects of the world. and so he would travel, and he saw many different things. Um, he loved playing on a violin. Um, he was a good soul who just met a demise a bit early in his life.
You wouldn't
I mean,
mind.
I doubt that you would know him, or I mean, he was only he passed away about 8 years ago.
I was recently resurrected. You'd be surprised with the people that I've met. I will go ahead and attempt a D20 roll pretty much. No. Alright. Catherine, I do wonder. You do know what the afterlife is like, right? What
Uh,
options are at hand.
oh, yes.
And you do know that it is a strong possibility, but especially a person of that nature might have gone to the next life.
I am aware. And the longer it takes for me to solve it, the higher that chances grows. So, that's where I'm going to find it. Also, I'm fairly certain how they died. They're not going to be wanting to move on for quite a bit.
Would you like to elaborate, or is it something too personal that you would like to share?
I would prefer not to elaborate inside of a dwarven kingdom. As much as
You can see Miguel's like eyes just kind of squint a little bit, and he just lets go.
I've been in this kingdom before, I know what they like to do. You think that, any form of communication is safe? No, they surveil everything in here. They hear every conversation, even our. And she kind of gestures to her head as she's referencing the mental link. Yeah, no. I know these dwarves. And there's a reason that they want to have everything kind of neat and orderly. It's best to just play along and not fight it.
I am not the one to play along for long.
Well, hopefully we can get this sorted and figure out exactly the magic that we're looking for, and then we can move on a bit quicker.
Beverage?
Gaz is going to walk over to the blacksmith. Sven, Sven, what's the name of the blacksmith here? Or the blacksmiths?
You see says, as you kind of go up to the blacksmith, she kind of almost like, she was leaning behind you, she suddenly like rushes forward. Hi, Bylin. It's a pleasure to meet you. Bylene, Byloa. It's a pleasure meeting you too. Ah, yes, as they kind of laugh. Sven, what brings you to the great Iron Forge? I was told to, I
Sven,
wanted to bring my friend here. As they kind of, you found yourself another kobold. I haven't had many kobolds in here. Good scales on that one, isn't it? She blushes a little bit.
Hello there. How are their names said?
It is, so there's I'm Byler, and this is Bylene.
Balor and Beline. Hello, Balor and Beline. I was actually, besides traveling with Sven, I've been actually here to grab a sword for Merlin. He said he's needed a sword to be brought to him from the forge.
Ah, yes, the big old sword. He wanted a big old F-hole sword. You never know what mages want to do with that weaponry. You think they'd be happy with just their sticks and their wands and their pretty pieces of wood, but now Merlin wants to have some sort of stone on this big old sword to go in it. I never really figured out that one.
Well, combining the perfect craftsmanship of dwarf metal with the power of dwarven magic seems like a match made in heaven.
Hey, don't, the sword's right over there. He asked me to put it in the stone over there. No idea why you want to ruin a good sword in a stone. But dwarves can be tricky, especially the magical tricky wages over there. You see what looks to be a sword inside of a huge stone over in the corner.
Do you have a cart of some sort to help move it, or?
It kind of looks. Yeah, we got many carts. You had to pull it yourself, though.
Well, that would. Yeah. Can you help me load it into the cart so we can take it over to Merlin?
You kind of see him hammering. You don't want to hear to pick up the sword. You got two strong paws right there, along with Sven. I'm sure both of you can manage just fine.
Okay. How heavy do I think that stone in the sword is?
At least like 500 pounds minimum, maybe 1,000.
Easy.
Magala is waving his hands in the background.
Magala is just like picking this up.
Yeah, and did you immediately go to pick it up?
Give me an athletics check.
I was just gonna ask.
That one, baby. Ooh, okay.
Nope. 14. You pick up the sword by the handle, and the stone picks up with the sword. You're now wielding a stone sword club combo.
This is the
Well,
You were struggling to pick it up.
Stone. I guess its name is more accurate then.
Why is the sword in the stone again?
You have to ask Merlin. You think I know why a person would like to ruin a perfectly good sword to put it in some stone? I don't know what he has. I don't know what that crazy old coke has planned for it. But whatever it is, I don't want to see that in my shop anymore. Wasting a perfectly good sword to put inside of a stone. It's a disgrace to dwarven smithing.
One question. Have you seen any of this material before? As he goes ahead and pulls out the cube.
He kind of looks in. Give me a d20. Just a random d20.
Just a random d20. We'll see what happens. What's the worst?
That's a d20. Oh,
that wasn't me.
That was me. D20. Ah, yes. What did you find in this little cube? Only a small bit of this has such strong magical presence in it. How did you manage to obtain such a small cube of such immense power?
Just trying to think about it. It's like,
oh no, my backstory.
Oh shit, I have backstory.
I'm pretty sure. Not very good. But sure.
How did he get his esoteric object?
How did I get this esoteric object?
Quick, guys, roll an esoteric lore.
Wait, what am I? What I get?
Roll an esoteric lore.
This is something I've tried esoteric before. I get one.
Well,
no.
Wait. You know what? I will use a hero point for this.
There we go.
20.
There we go.
While Zed figures out how he got his mythic artifacts,
What would you like to do, Tia?
here, approaching Catherine, would you like to get your hero read? Read your future.
Catherine just looks at you. Here. Maybe in a bit. But
It's time to bed. Look at them.
I'm aware, but I feel like Dengar's probably in danger at the moment. There's the robot dragon going on. We still need to figure out if we can rewire this. Don't get me wrong. Thank you. Later?
I mean, that's what the ritual would be for.
You kind of see the well, let me move you slightly, guys. You see, oh, can I have my fortune read? I've always been such a fascination with the stars and the cosmos.
Catherine just steps around them. Just,
Like, fair enough.
Gaz, I will
Yeah.
talk to you afterwards. of
Yeah,
what
Gaz
you
is.
today.
Yeah, our conversation is on pause for just a moment.
Spin is asking to to pull the tarot card.
So yeah, I'm gonna do my hero casting. Make a religion
I'm
check.
rolling GM intervention to tell you what card they pull.
That's the other thing. You're not pulling one card. You're pulling 5 cards.
I only have one card. They only pull one card.
3 is. I'm like, it depends on the spread you're going for. Are you going for a 3-card spread, a 5-card spread, a 7-card spread, or 1-card spread?
I only have
Our
5
cards get
tarot cards.
upgraded.
I only have 5
What do you
tarot
mean you
cards
only have
loaded.
5 tarot
6
cards?
tarot loaded up on my browser right now. I only
I
have 5.
literally have the entire deck. Like, that's why I rolled that D54. It's the entire deck. And
There's
it
actually
has, like, what
54?
it represents. Yeah, there's 54
does.
in the hero
Yeah.
deck. And I have it open on another page of what they all mean and stuff.
Oh,
It's
they just want to pull
Like,
one.
if you want, I could roll, but yeah.
They just want to pull one card.
Pull one card, alright. What might as well. I'm still rolling, because it could go really funny. So yeah, 39.
What's a D20
What?
plus? Oh yeah. They
What card
pull.
do they pull?
They pull this card.
God damn it. Well, yep, that's going to be.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can grab. There is something close.
The thing is,
No! I didn't
Oh
want that.
Oh, yeah.
no. Poor Gaz.
So yeah,
Poor
as they pull this card,
No, this is what I
Like-
get for endorsing this.
true. Like, yes, beloved. It, hmm. So this card represents the union of two things. Not necessarily lovers per se, but it could be people, ideas, maybe an alliance formed between two people of differing ideologies. So yes, it seems in your future, you will come to terms with someone who you might have felt indifferent for, or perhaps disagreed on something.
Thank you very much, Mister. You seem really knowledgeable. I'm gonna be happy to use this going forward. They look at the card and like back to Gaz and like the card and back to Gaz and they hand
As
you back
Gaz-
the card.
Gaz is mid conversation with Gore.
You already know exactly what it is, but in terms of like how he got it, I would definitely say he had to fight a spellcaster for it. It was the most annoying fucking fight that he has ever remembered.
So is that what Gaz knows from the Nat 20 about the...
I already gave you the information of like what it does.
Mhm.
That is what you know. As of the origin, you will not know. The only thing that you can probably maybe think about is that it's probably either originates either off this plane of existence or somewhere really in. I want to make sure I use this word right. Inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous, yes.
Inconspicuous. Yeah, somewhere that like it's probably originates from either one place or a place that is like the conditions for it to actually exist is extremely rare and requires like a lot. So, as far as you know, this is the only material that's exists as of now. The knowledge of this material even existing is like something that is just rare in itself,
You know, myself in the-
and that the form that has taken is not easy to use.
Gas goes over. Well, and
Do not
checking
hit it
back,
with magic for the love
checking
of
back
God.
my notes. Like going over what you said, magic. Though it does seem to be in a not usable state as it currently is. I don't know exactly, because my notes are so vague on this material, which type of forging or magical what to work on it. Forging would be needed to use on it to make it more applicable in weapons, armor, and other items of the sorts. I'm assuming you dwarves don't know of this material existing in this plane. It seems very foreign.
The thought of it existing seems pretty much like mythological. Is
It's a
like
myth. So anything you guys would have heard about this is mythological. It's a myth of this material then.
yeah, it is information that could be right or wrong because it is just seems somewhat blown out of proportion.
Would you let Gaz hold the object, or at least touch it to see how it feels?
Sure.
Give me a fortitude
like-
save, Gaz.
Sure. Wow, I rolled really well.
Nothing happens yet.
Nothing happened.
Gaz like holds it, like
I'm gonna
Is
pull
it-
it back because I realize that you're freaking magic and it's not
Yeah.
gonna be a good time.
Nothing
So,
happens
what
yet.
is it? Is it like is it like a solid block of metal?
Yes,
Is
it's a
it
1 inch by 1 inch cube of foreign metal.
foreign metal? I didn't know if it was like
It's a
how black
backstory
metal
item. It's a black.
I know,
It's
I
a
was-
It's a
backstory item.
backstory. It's
didn't
a
know if it,
key
like-
item.
Yeah.
I know that. I didn't know if there's any special texture or feeling to it that you wanted to describe.
If you want me to describe it, it seems to like periodically like have like a shift or like wave come over it from time to time,
Like
and
a
it's
ripple.
just like a ripple effect, right? And it seems to kind of like has like a little somewhat lines that shift and move, but it's very cool to the touch as you're holding onto it. But as you're holding onto it, you do feel kind
Well-
of it warm up
Well-
pretty fast, actually. I'm
Yes,
immediately
that's like-
snatching it back before something bad happens.
Oh, I see. Luckily, my magical abilities aren't that strong, so it didn't seem to have caused it to react too violently to it. But I do see what you mean. Though I've heard only rumors and myths of this material, I do not suspect more of it would be on this plane.
We
Maybe.
will talk
the
about
Earth-
this later with less praying use.
Yes, we will.
Having a material of extreme rarity and value in front of a dwarf who is the leading dwarf of the Great Iron Forge himself, you have
It's
now
enough
shown
to make-
him a material that is the most valuable material he has seen in a long time.
I
It
would
is quite literally priceless. There is no price that
I
can
would
be put
I
on
would
it.
say would you say that we have this conversation like with our mental
You are
connection? or-
having this
We are
connection
having this
physically in
conversation when
front
we're
of
not
him.
in the dwarven city. Is what we're gonna have.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
The only reason why I asked the dwarf is because they might know something about it. If they might know something about it, that means Magala can probably learn more about it. Because the only interaction that he had with this particular cube is spellcaster shoots fireball into it as drops a neutron star on top of Magala.
We will
That
actually
is-
cut back to his response here in a second. Adam, you are back at Merlin's shop.
Yeah, I imagine he's just going to like kind of urgently, not like just straight up slam the door open, but just like very urgently come in and
The
come
door
up.
opens in
uh,
front of you with magical means.
He says, "All right, perfect," and urgently hurries on in. Sees the shopkeeper at the desk, just assumes that's Merlin, and says, "I understand you have a scroll prepared for me."
Ah, yes, you were the one that was over at the library with my wife. I hope she was very pleased to hear my compliments of her. She's always such a sweet lassie.
Yeah, she loved it. The scroll.
You can have those out. Don't get your knickers in a bunch. I got the scroll right here. As he'll pull out the scroll and with like a little mage hand, a little dwarven mage hand, he passes on over to you. 150 gold.
He slams the gold onto the counter, and before he can even go to collect it, Adam is turning and preparing to leave.
You realize, Nilo, that Adam's purse looks extremely larger than you last remember seeing it.
My purse? What?
Your gold pouch.
My gold pouch. Oh yeah.
Are you sure you got the right thing? You kind of just shouldn't
What?
you check?
He unfurls the scroll. Is this the scroll that it's supposed to be?
Yes, it is.
He says, "Okay, cool. We need to head over there now." He just
Okay.
says,
Okay.
is urgently walking out.
Neil just puts his paw up to like the shopkeeper's like sorry and just leaves.
Clover is just like cooing happily about her hat this entire time, but she also recognizes he's a little urgent.
You just hear Merlin say, "It's always the youngest people that always seem to have the least amount of time."
Yeah.
If you see that sword, can you get our sword back from the smithy? He just yells that out to you.
He's just gone. He does not care.
Eh.
He does not care about the sword at all.
The one on the
You wanna
left
cut back-
would be the one that they are describing, by the way.
Okay. Awesome. Do you want to cut back to them, or do you want to keep doing this?
I want to ask what Catherine's doing during all this, and then we'll.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to, my lovely good friend, Baylor here. Baylor, I have a quick question for you. We were told that you were the one that set up the bracelets and things like that. Is there a way to track large automaton beasts like the dragon that is supposedly in the mines? Do you have a way that you're tracking that so we can go find it and deal with it so that it's not stopping this, get you guys in your diamond situation sorted?
You see him just kind of laughing. Oh my dude, this is no reason to try to track him. It's not even how you don't even have to track him. You just go down to the mines and he's sitting right there. It's not the ability to track him that's causing the problem, it's the ability to fight him.
Have you any helpful hints or tips or things that might be able to help deal with automaton people rampaging like that?
He has a complete magical shield that makes him impervious to all damage. You have to kill the crystal behind him. He seems to be feeding from a large diamond behind him that's keeping him from being able to be damaged. Once you break that crystal, his magical shield should at least go down enough to be able to fight him.
That is information that we needed to know. And I'll relay that to Adam real quick about it, to pass on to Nilo. Perfect. Do you have any, what's the best way to deal with that diamond? Just blow it up?
Well, it seems to have a large bit of hardness. You're gonna want something that's to be able to destroy something with a high hardness level. If you a little attacks aren't gonna work about it. There's no weak points on there either. You're gonna have to smash it with pure raw damage.
Interesting.
1 second, let me go ahead and switch this to power attack.
Interesting.
I'm sure if I could find you, I'm sure the magical shop might have a lot of disintegration, or a disintegration spell from the shop. But those tend to be very, very expensive. About 300 gold if you want to buy one of those.
Catherine in the corner. Yeah. Sure.
So I have a rules question.
Yes, you do.
Void energy and void damage. Does that affect inanimate objects?
And all of it will affect, for rules and purposes of this, all damage will apply to it, but all of it has to go through the hardness unless you have a reason why it shouldn't.
Okay. I'm good.
Let's just go and grab that
Like,
real quick as soon as I
A
hear anything
10th
about
level
this.
feat to help you deal with it.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
I refuse.
okay. Good to know. We like that. Good to hear it.
It's down to the main throne of where they get the diamonds. You'll have to go down through the mines. It's only a quick walk, well, as quick as a dwarf could be considered. But if you go down to the mines, it's a straight shot all the way down. We always clear out the veins to the left and right, so every time we go deeper, we always make sure we clean out as much as we can get. So just a little bit of downward steps, and you'll be down to the bottom in no time.
That sounds like a solid plan. All right. That is going to help us quite a bit. Thank you so much. Weaknesses.
Hammer, 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 hammer.
I don't know if there's anything else that I
Hammer.
questioned.
We're just gonna ask about like why the automatons are going on the fit.
I was gonna ask him one question about the bracelet, if you don't mind me cutting him.
Hammer,
Go for it.
hammer,
Yeah.
hammer.
You want me to use a freaking hammer, Zerda?
But
No, he's
but,
hammering. He's a blacksmith. He's currently
no,
hammering
he means
stuff.
he's hammering.
Okay.
Waylon, can I have a little bit of know-how about, as he's talking in Gas is talking in Dwarven, about these bracelets that my automaton friend is making. I admire your craftsmanship very greatly. I would like to know, can you impart a little bit of wisdom how you make them?
You'll have to ask my wife. I just make the bracelets. She's the one that enchants them. Isn't that right, Belen? I'm the one that makes the bracelets. If you want to figure anything about it, you're gonna have to ask me.
Yes, walk over to her.
Hammer, hammer.
Yes, yes. I admire your craftsmanship greatly. How do I would like to make a bracelet for my automaton. Easy, like he's gonna look a little bit towards your automaton friend in case after we leave the city in case he goes in the fritz.
You want to
How
make
would I
sure
make
that
that?
your automaton isn't going to be going any wild anytime soon like the rest of them.
Yeah, I would like to know if you could show me how you make them, or impart a little bit of wisdom on how they're made.
All you gotta do is you take this, they kind of show you that they take they basically take one of the ingots that they have, and through a series of processes, they turn it into a band with several like pockets inside the band. All you gotta do is you gotta find a gem worthy of the spellcraft, and then you just infuse a little bit of magic to it, and it'll tell you where your friend was gonna be anytime soon. It'll also show you where they've been, and if you smash the bracelet, it'll also put on a tracking spell for about 24 hours on the thing that broke it.
Great to know. Does she hand me the band she just crafted?
If you want to have that band for the research purposes, it's gonna cost you 40 gold.
40 gold. So giving him the sword, you said Merlin would give me the spell for 100, right?
Yes.
I don't have that much, but I'll try haggling. I am already buying an item from Merlin. I can spare 26 gold, and he pulls out the Mortalis coin. I have this small golden coin, stamped with the image of a boar. It's supposed to protect.
Yeah, I don't need
against...
to explain. I'm more than aware of what that coin is. I'm actually one of the makers of those coins.
Well, I don't have much else to trade with.
How about you ask one of your friends? If you're so short on gold, maybe you should communicate with your party more.
Yes, yes. Yeah, he's gonna look through his bag a bit more. He's going to take a small. He's gonna take a small piece off of the skirt of the earth metal part. I do have some earthen metal from the earth. What's the dimension that it came from?
It's the Earth dimension. Let's just call it Earth dimensional now.
Yeah, for the earth dimension, he has a small chunk of the metal. I have also some metal from the earth dimension, if that's worthy of trade.
So are you giving them the entire Earth ingot that's on this?
I am giving. I am. How much? Like how much of the earthen mirror do I have? Because I would be giving
Imagine
only
the ingot's about I would say about like a foot long.
Like a tenth of it. He's gonna break off. Like.
Give me an athletics check.
Of it.
You're just breaking fucking metal in half?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it like okay? No, he's gonna hold out. Okay, he's gonna hold out.
Let me just break off this metal ingot in two.
I didn't know if it was like
just snap off this
like,
You're
ingot.
in a forge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Use
Let
the
me
forge.
clarify what I originally thought was. I thought because we beat up the thing, I thought we broke off pieces of it, so I thought it was.
It withstanded all of your attacks.
That's why my confusion was incorrect. I do have some earthen ore, if this isn't worth any trade.
Sure, I'll take the whole ingot for the bracelets. No other cost needed.
It seems. Can I try to figure out? Can I do a recall knowledge check and see if I know the price of how much the
Do you have mineralogy?
I have esoteric lore.
Okay, that will help you with pricing, but it'll help you with rarity. You look at it and it looks very pretty.
I don't have any more hero. I only have 1 hero point, so...
You do not have... You would not be able to guess pricing off of that. Maybe Tyr could help you, but no.
Could I roll a...
Are you gonna...
society check?
Don't you have, what's your lore skill, Tyr? You have genealogy lore. You have genealogy lore.
Would that apply here?
Give me genealogy lore.
Genealogy? Alright.
Knowledge.
You would know that this is passed down. Like the earthen thing, it's kind of like an advanced society check. You would just know that what they are offering, that is an extremely rare piece of ingot metal. That is usually like this whole thing itself looks of extreme rarity. They are clearly this thing is probably worth easily, like even every single ingot on this skirt is probably worth over 150 gold each.
Yeah, I just sort of like.
Gaz is currently like looking over it,
guess.
thinking like, I'm pretty sure it's worth more, but I can't really.
You want the bracelet or not?
Guys, we don't need this bracelet. Let's be honest. That material is from another plane. It's worth more.
Well,
it's probably more than this man's entire shop.
I did figure it was worth quite a lot. He's gonna put it away for now. Yeah, maybe another time I'll buy the bracelet for you. But for
you
now,
know where to find me. I'll be here with my wife, but with my husband, Barlin.
And in addition, like, this is all from another plane. Think of the properties you can infuse into whatever you if you choose to craft with.
Well, I did figure that too. I do not know much of the material. I was hoping they would try to give me at least a fair price, but they want to. I figure they were scamming me. That is worth way more. Than usually 40 gold.
It seems fair prices is a relic of the past in this city.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to take care of here? Should we meet up with the others? God damn it. Where did Sven go? I don't see their token.
They walked and left.
God damn it.
I still have the freaking song.
all the way over
Yeah.
here.
Gaz looks around for just a second and then was like, and where's Sven, and where's Gore going?
I just gesture to the right.
Here, Tio,
I
come
believe they went
quickly before.
that way.
I would be careful with that kobold.
Yes, I know.
It's
But
very-
quickly before Gore gets spotted and questioned and taken away.
everyone,
Sven, where are you
Gore's about to be, I believe,
Ev-
arrested.
Everyone I just rush after Gore.
Sven, where are we going?
You see, Sven?
The shop is on the other side.
I wanted to see if the military had any information on making potions. If at any time there's so many people in the military, they must know so much about healing magic. They get hurt all the time, you know.
Seeing this, Tira's gonna turn around and leave. This is not worth his time.
Yeah, Gaz is gonna
Oh no.
run over to Sven.
Oh no.
Here, wait, don't leave.
Tio also runs.
This is clearly ridiculous and not
Okay,
worth
but
my
we need to
time.
at least. Yes, but we
Yeah.
can't be left alone without you, otherwise
Then
they're
we
gonna
must
get
be.
you.
We must be.
Then
focused.
give me a reason why we should
We're just gonna
entertain
grab.
this food.
We're just gonna grab.
Catherine, you are
Sven,
left alone. In the forest.
Here,
Sven. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Catherine
Wait.
rolls her eyes and just walks over to the Hall of Explorers.
There you go.
She's just gonna walk on over and just
You see
come
Nilo
join these two.
and Adam.
Yeah.
Let's get to Nilo and Adam. I know Adam's been itching to talk a little bit, so let's get to
I mean-
Adam for a little bit.
I would say Adam
also-
definitely, yeah.
I sent you a message, but yeah, go.
Okay, so obviously he's gonna stand in front of the statue that has the nameplate on it, and he's going to use the scroll to make him talk.
You see his jaw begin to animate as you cast this scroll. Its jaw begins to move as you just hear what sounds to be a very, very deep voice sounding. As you kind of see him yawn. Oh, I haven't had anyone cast that on me in so long. As you kind of see it begin to kind of almost animates a little bit. Who wants to question me today?
That would be me.
A human in the dwarven city. Oh, the times have changed. What brings you here?
Something of vital importance, actually. I read your book in the archives about Grimtara.
Oh, a fanciful, fameless fillet of my work. I hope you liked that chapter on the Feywild.
Yes, it was great. Could you? I wanted more information on this Grimtara.
Ah, yes, a pesky young girl. I remember following them through the travels, their story and song the like, many, many, many years ago.
You followed her physically, or did you see her through visions? How did this all work?
Oh, I had my old scrying orb. Anyone of interest I'd try to find and see the story of. Think of it like a personal biography of all the people I found interesting over the years.
How did you find out about her?
Oh, that one. Oh, she was called to such mischief about. Always with her looks and her wiles. The son of an Asmo and a succubus is nothing to look a second eye at. The oddity of their birth alone was enough to cause interest. The life that they were living was enough to cause more.
I see. And I just want to know, do you know anything about her maybe weaknesses or abilities that she has?
Oh, yes, yeah, you kind of see giving very hearty laughter. Oh, there was such a young, wily one. Always causing trouble, able to seduce any person with their charm, either through sensual or through other means. They always seem to be able to charm anyone. They kind of, going on. They say, that's why they end up being picked by the special one to make sure that their talents were put to proper use.
Wait, they what?
There was a, 1 second. They say, yes, she was ended up being picked up by one of the very, very old people that I can never remember. All of her ability to massive followings of people that adored her. You know, she started her own cult at such a young age.
She has her own cult?
They kind of laugh and she did whenever she was younger. But due to her extreme charismatic wiles, she was picked up by a very, very specially talented person. That's why.
This specially?
Yes, that's why all the books seem to stop at the age of 12. Whenever she was 12, she was picked up by a very, very old not exactly a friend of mine, but someone I followed. They named themselves the Collector. She wanted to be associated with that. Well, the Collector found her wiles, able to seduce any creature and any monster, as well as any others. So they figured that she would be a good fit to scour the world for interesting finds. Always able to find her way into the different areas of the universe.
The Collector. Out of character real quick. Isn't that have something to do with the clockwork guy that we killed at the waterfall?
Not that one.
Who mentioned the Collector? I know we've heard that before.
Swear to God.
Oh
No
my
reason.
God.
Yeah, she
in the
was.
corner, T-posing.
Yes, the Collector. The Collector was back in the day, the Collector was just a fanciful mage that wanted to collect a bunch of strange creatures, always cast an awakening on the most mundane objects and creatures just to see what would happen. Eventually, they got bored with the normal creatures of the world and started to find interesting creatures. They say that he used to ride a griffin into battle, and then the next thing you know, he was on a dragon. There's many stories to be said, but eventually he found himself so busy that he had to hire others to help. Now his collection is so large that he uses others to help expand it whenever you see it.
So this Collector is still alive?
Oh, very well alive. I've been turned to stone for so. I've been in stone for so long, though I have no record of where he is now. But as far as I know, he would basically find and whenever and kind of goes over the tangent before remembering himself. Yes, Grim Tower. Yes, only at the young age of 12, they were approached by the Collector, and then they vanished off to another dimension. I wasn't able to scry on them after that, but I could definitely tell the day leading up to it. She vanished and she hasn't been heard from for a very long time, at least from what I could tell. Maybe the Collector wanted to help her and use her seduction to catch her more monsters. There's more one way to catch a fish, as they say. And he just gives a hearty laugh as his own joke.
Do you know any way that we could use to maybe find where this Collector is?
The Collector is someone who finds you. If you have something of interest, then he'll be there to collect it. Otherwise, he approaches those who he finds worthy, always trying to find those with seductive wiles or other sorts of powers. Anyone he thinks is going to encounter strong beasts of the world.
There's gotta be some way. God. Okay.
Tell you what, you can find yourselves in company of huge monsters of interesting origins, and you'll find the Collector soon following right after you.
Okay. And you don't know anything about any weaknesses, anything to do, any way to maybe kill this Grimtara?
Well, if she's definitely a master of seduction, the first thing you'll want to do is not be under her spell. I suggest some sort of anti-charming effect.
Okay.
She'll lure you to your death faster with words as he would with a sword or magic.
Alright.
So
Nothing else?
using the Merlin. Oh my fucking god! I am fucking pissing. Fuck you, Zerda. God damn it!
I have too many stories in my head. Welcome to Homebrew
Literally
Story.
using the freaking seductress Morgana Le Fay. Freaking goddamn it, Zerda. Oh my fucking. Alright, fine.
So
Continue.
anti-charm spell. There's nothing else that we can do against her.
Well, if you find any form of anti-magic, that'd be one of the biggest things. Very high spellcaster she was. And also, like I said with the wild, she's very, very trained in magic, even at a young age.
Okay. So she's a. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else.
I don't know her age up until 12, but I can at least tell you the Collector would know everything about her. The Collector doesn't make bargains without knowing who they're dealing with.
Okay. You mentioned you had a scrying orb. Do you still have that around here somewhere? Would we be able to maybe find where the Collector is with that?
The Scrying Orb was buried inside my chest to honor my days as a living. I solemnly say I can't have you taking that Scrying Orb with you. But if you ever find another Scrying Orb, I'd be happy to show you how to attune it.
Where would I find a scrying orb?
He just kind of gives a hearty laugh. If you can find a Scrying Orb and the Scrying Orb finds you, that's kind of the deal with the Scrying stuff. It's very hard to track down someone with those. Very rare items indeed.
It's not exactly helpful, but okay. Okay, so she anti-magic charm, very strong spellcaster. I need to find the Collector. That's my next goal. Okay. Thank you for your time, sir.
The kind of
And on that final comment, like,
yeah, they're just he's just mentioning about just so service, just a little bit of
I
a
can't
funky
think of one more
service.
thing. I can't think of one more thing that he would want to ask.
He kind of
Okay.
nods a little bit, and then you speak up. You can speak up.
This is actually no, one more thing. Do you know anything about what her goals, what she might want to do with resurrection?
Resurrection? I haven't seen him ever since he was picked up by the Collector by age 12. But if anything, as it comes to resurrection, maybe she's trying to resurrect a beastie for the Collector. Some long forgotten thing killed long ago. The Collector probably wants it alive and using her to get it.
I see. Okay, I think I'm good now. Thank you.
The guy dozes off. Ah, yes. Pleasure to speaking with you. It's been so long. Time to go back to statue form. And kind of see, he kind of like wiggles his like shoulders a little bit and like stands up real tall. Oh, the small dwarves love whenever I look so powerful. It always gives them something to look up to. He says he kind of like gives like the most strong man like pose he can like make, and as the body begins to go still.
Didn't Catherine want to do something?
I'll do something after all of that is settled.
Okay.
She's
Neela-
kind of walked up to the end of the conversation, pretty much.
Neela, you just see this like conversation going on. It's like you're kind of forced to be around them. Well, forced or not, but yeah, you're hearing all of this going on.
Yeah. In all honesty, Neil was just drawing in the ground right now because he was like, "This conversation has lasted too long. My legs hurt."
Use too many
At least,
words. Delo's
Oh.
checked out.
Nilo
Oh
just
my-
sits
oh.
there. What the fuck?
Neil was just waiting for the okay.
Catherine just walks in and just turns
Ah.
towards Nilo.
He perks up. What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, both of you. Looks at Adam. Don't look into the Collector.
Why? You know something?
I know lots of things.
What can you tell me about him?
I can tell you that you should not look into them.
And unfortunately, I don't really have a choice.
The Collector is not a being to trifle with, much less seek out. I've learned that one from experience.
Bugged. They should really.
So you've met him.
I have. What what were the books you were looking for? I've been in the city before, so I mean,
The books I was looking for?
yeah, you said you were going to the library to look into some, trying to figure out some other like potential works for this person you're following.
Yes. I just wanted to see what she was doing at the library. Apparently she stole some very important book and has a bounty out on her head now.
Do you know which book it was?
Adam would describe to you the book if he chooses.
No, hold up, no.
Nope.
I'm gonna pause for a moment and say, why do you want to know?
I may have read it.
Well, book about resurrection.
Yep, I've read that one.
What do you know about what's in it?
I know that some of it is theory that was crafted by a dwarf who had severely gone past their mental limits and started writing in crazy glyphs. I know that some of the magic may work on things that were killed more recently, but they found extreme difficulty in resurrecting things the longer they were dead. They also noted, however, that strong connections between the caster and the dead spirit seemed to increase the chances of revival. Where if it's something random, trying to revive some random person that you don't know, those odds are much lower. But if you know them and have relationships and bonds with them, it's usually a higher chance of bringing them back.
I see. You say that I shouldn't seek out this collector, but unfortunately, I don't have a choice. I need to find him.
Okay. I cannot promise anything, but if I can try to assist you to the best of my ability, I wouldn't normally offer this, but it sounds like it's important to you, so I will try to help you.
I appreciate it.
But you can't say I didn't warn you.
Right. Where are the others?
I believe they were chasing after a small, busty kobold for Gaz.
A small busty kobold. Oh, don't tell me this is a repeat of the brothers incident.
It might be.
Oh, you mean the one that we ran into on our way passing you?
Yes.
The one that I questioned Gaz about in particular?
Yes. They
How
wandered
did I
off.
figure they were going to wander off?
We didn't put a leash on them, like we should with some of you. Anyways,
I didn't do anything.
I'm not saying you in particular.
That's fair.
What
Also,
might be pointing at? What the hell?
I'm mainly pointing at Gore.
We're probably at Gore.
Come across the
map.
city, Gore is just
Come
like, I
across
feel
the
like someone's
city.
talking about
Okay.
me.
I feel like
Yeah.
someone's talking shit about me.
No.
You just mentally get a I am, fuck you. Like
But Adam's going to just kind of nod and say, "We should
I am-
probably go help them." Oh,
Mhm.
Nilo.
Ah,
He's gonna give back the 400 that you lost at the waterfall.
You now have 400 gold.
Also,
I gave away money.
you did. You were compelled to. You were under charm effect. No worries, we got it back.
Thank you.
When we go fight the dragon, aim for the crystal behind it. That's its weak spot. Once that's destroyed, then we'll be able to actually hurt the
And
dragon.
we have no
Wait, so
way.
crystal behind dragon, main target, not dragon.
Yes. Once
Yep.
destroyed, then target dragon.
And we have
Great thought.
Got it.
no special way of destroying this crystal besides brute force.
Pretty much that's what they were saying was you have to
So
overcome
everyone
its
distract the
resistance
dragon,
Yes.
except
Fuck
for like
me.
me and Gore, I think.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Well, let's go find the others and get this over with. Even though we're probably going to fucking die.
I mean, I'm sure we won't die. Get really hurt. Maybe.
We'll be
We're probably going to die.
We have each other's backs. That's what's important, right?
We're going to die.
Right?
As he walks away, we're just going to.
Yeah.
Adam, please.
we'll be fine.
Meanwhile, Sven is like, yeah, so I thought maybe that the military might know how to, like, you know, heal people from death since they kind of die all the time. Military people are really prone to death.
Sven,
Sven, it is not.
Sven, we were forced to.
Guess, let me handle this. Sven, a spellcaster must maintain focus. So let's keep focus and return this sword to Merlin.
That sword looks really heavy in your arms.
Yes, do you want to lift it?
I tried lifting it like 7 times already to bring it back to the shop for Merlin, and I wasn't able to lift it up.
Just hold on to the rocky end. It would help me immensely.
They go over and like they kind of held it with like 2 hands.
Magawa is like, you know, make it somewhat seem like Sven's helping, but Magawa's just carrying it like completely.
Like when your brother wants to play second player on the thing, but you don't plug the controller in.
Oh, that's just mean.
You see a bunch
No,
of
it's-
like burly dwarves all like practicing their swordsmanship and such. Like you see a few talking amongst playing cards in the corner. A few seem to be training. It seems to be more of a casual military exercise.
Yeah, let's head over to Merlin then. And back to the shop and give them the sword.
How did you meet Merlin?
I was only such a small kobold in the mines, and well, I'm not really too sure what happened to the rest of the kobolds, but Merlin found me at a really young age. He says he took care of my egg until I hatched, and I've been making sure that his shop is all tidy ever since then.
Okay. Well, let's just return to the others and see what they are up to. Also, speaking mentally, to Catherine, you do realize, like, I'm the second most stable mentally in the party.
Intelligence of
I-
0.
I feel like we would meet up like on
in
the
terms
way
of
there.
like not blowing the fuck up and killing everything.
You do hear Sven say, you know,
I like
Merlin's...
that you think Catherine is mentally stable.
Because it's just like, as you're doing that, Goy says, you know, Merlin said one day I'm supposed to be able to pull this sword from this stone. I'm still not strong enough yet.
Maybe one day you would get strong enough. Yeah, we're
I
gonna
do not know exactly what to say about that with that note.
They're just rambling on. Don't worry about it. They're just rambling.
one day that
Sorry,
there
just
gets.
the immediate silence after, though.
Yeah.
I hope you know, right? Magala is just like processing the amount of like
Mm-hmm.
shit that this kobold is probably gonna go through.
Gaz
It
is
is wondering. It is just like flipping a coin of whether if you should intervene, give advice, or like help them out. And it's just like, God damn it! What the fuck?
yeah. There's a lot of there's spend.
Magala is just like, huh? Should I really give this sword and stone to Merlin? I mean, they gave me a nice hat, but
Gaz won't get his
Really-
discount without this.
Yeah. I'm sure Merlin doesn't mean any harm by it.
I am sure that Merlin is not going to, betray the trust of the populace by having a kobold trained under their watchful eye become king to the dwarves because they are the only one worthy enough to pull the sword from the stone.
Where did you get something like that from?
Did he tell you that story too?
I am very familiar with this story.
I've only ever heard it from Merlin. It's a really fantasy story. He says he's writing a book one day.
Yeah, it's like getting concerned for Sven.
I am deeply concerned for Sven. Yes. Should we intervene?
Mm. Well, I mean, he already expects us to bring back the sword. Kinda cause issues with not, I think. Because we also took the sword from the forge already.
The delivery fee for this sword is 50 gold to take it like a few hundred feet.
Literally.
The delivery
It
fee
is
is 50 gold.
gonna look at this sword. So, did they make this sword or did
Yes.
they find this sword?
This
They made
sword
this sword.
is extremely, like, this sword is probably worth a few thousand gold just by looking at it itself.
Do sending stones exist in this world?
Yes, they are in forms of, I think there was ravens too. There is sending stones. I think there's also, I think there is essentially something like that. If not, I'll say there is.
Alright. If there is, then Magala would have a couple for some reasons like this. Sven, if you ever need help, use this to contact me.
They kind of like, they grab it and kind of like, oh, this is magical.
You can speak to it, and I will know.
They speak into it.
Alright. Only use it if you truly need me. There is a week later. Some math homework.
They kind of get like,
You
go ahead.
McCall puts on his reading glasses as he puts down the papers.
Dad, you literally signed up for spam emails.
I literally.
That is exactly what you did.
This is something you did to yourself.
This is something that he can at least bear because it's something at least that he would at least enjoy because being wanted or needed is very much still innately in design of being
You know, Sven said one day I'm gonna get to go on a really grand adventure, and maybe you can come with me whenever I do that.
How
It's-
grand of an adventure
Well,
is
he
Merlin?
says once I pull this sword from the stone, I get to go on a grand quest. He won't tell me what it is until I pull the sword from the stone, though. But it's gonna lead me on a grand quest one day. You see, like, sparkles in her eyes.
I am so.
I am not dipping my hands in this.
Fucking
Not a tip.
Guard, a mental connection. Guard, do you have any more of those
You can
sentences?
hear the mental connection turn to static immediately.
it's like he has to like snap his fingers in front of your face. Gore, do you have any more of those sending stones? I'm also concerned for Sven.
I will send you. I will give you one immediately.
Thank you. Sven, if you also need to contact me if you have any concerns, you can also contact me.
If you need someone killed,
She kind of blushes as you hand her this stone. I mean, I'm sure I'll have. I mean, I'm sure I'd love to be able to talk to you again.
I'll be sure to visit someday.
Yeah, I'll be sure to come back and.
And make sure that you are not.
Well, hold on.
How far is the range of sending stones?
They're planetary.
I'll
Oh,
say planetary. So just say planetary.
Okay.
But they can only be used like once per day, unless you have like I don't know how they work in Pathfinder.
I can try. We can try looking them up afterwards.
We'll homebrew it later.
I'll just add to my bag as just a
Sending
custom
stone.
item for now. Yeah, or sending stone.
What's the worst that can happen with one kobold?
Everything, and I fucking hate you for this.
Everything. Have you seen Gaz? This is one kobold.
I already have one kobold to deal with. Why would you put more kobolds for me?
They even have a similar scale pattern. You know, they even like similar color pattern to Gas.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to remind you that you signed up for this.
Yeah, I
You
want to
can't blame
remind you.
Zerda when you signed up for it.
I want to
actively.
remind you, right? It's what my character would do.
I'm stopping Sven from running away. Sven is not running away again.
Ah, we're going back to the
Sven,
shop, aren't we?
Yes, but at least wait for the rest of the group.
We're just going along.
They were like they were walking
they're-
away, looking at their sending stone, like playing with like an otter to a pebble.
Yeah, Gaz is gonna walk with them.
You walk with them.
Just like look
Is the
both
group
ways.
together at this point, right?
The group is finally together.
Finally. Now we need to split up again, guys. Come on.
Clover's gonna land on
About to get arrested.
Clover's going to land on
Banished from
Sven's
the room.
shoulder and say, "Hi, I'm Clover. Who are you?"
Who are you landing on?
Sven.
And say, "Hi, I'm Sven. Pleasure to meet you. I'm one of the I'm the kobold that helps out Merlin in the shop."
Wow, you work in a magic shop? And then she's just gonna start rambling and asking her questions.
She casts like a light spell just to like, as she's like super proud of this like light spell that she has.
Clover is just like cooing and chittering like happily, just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so amazing!"
When did Clover meet Adam? What level do you think that Adam would have been when Clover met them?
Well, the level that I had him at, level 1 actually.
This is like Clover seeing like Adam's like magical interest, like, but as like the very first like sparkles of magic in someone.
Actually, she was the first sparkles of magic.
Yeah. You see that same
So-
sparkle in Sven's eyes.
Oh, Clover just immediately heart just melts. She goes, "You should keep working at that. I think you're gonna do great things with magic one day."
I really hope so. Merlin says that I was born from a dragon. Though I'm only a kobold, so I'm not really too sure that happens, but he says I was born of a dragon. He says I came out of a
Wow.
dragon egg.
Wow.
Mentally, I think Merlin's full of shit, but okay.
I'll have a chat with Merlin whenever we have the time. After probably dealing with the
It would actually make Magali infinitely more annoyed if it was the truth.
Oh, don't worry. Yaz is planning to have a conversation with Merlin.
Clover is just constantly, they're just talking the whole way back, just nonstop.
Merlin, we're back with your sword. It's just Gaz. Gore is one-handing the sword.
Adam,
Hmm?
I do want to say, I do not want you to think that I am trying to restrain your actions. You are a adult and you can decide for yourself. But the only reason why I intervene in anything is because Clover asked me to. And Clover seems very concerned for your well being.
Did
Do
Clover
that-
actually ask you that?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
As far as I remember, yes.
Yes, they did.
I don't remember.
Clover did ask. Clover did ask.
Oh yeah, I think I vaguely remember. He's going
Yeah.
to say, "Well, I appreciate it. Clover is certainly a worry wart, but I worry about her too. So I guess we're even on that front. Just respect me is all I'm asking as a person, and give me that autonomy."
I don't know exactly. You know what? It is fine. If you need anything, I am here. But I cannot help everyone if they can't help themselves first.
All right.
You see Sven
Merlin.
putting together, like, Sven immediately goes and, like, starts organizing, like, the various magic items, which then seem to, like, the magic items seem to, like, see Sven, like, walking to the shop, and they all, like, begin to organize themselves again, and she kind of, like, goes and she's, like, trying to catch, like, the frog that escaped the magic pouch again. No, get back. And they catch
Clover.
the frog again, and then put it back in the bag.
Clover is helping her with all of this.
You just see the magical shop just like almost teasing Sven as like the second she puts like a book away, the book kind of flies out and then like lands on the table after she puts it away.
Oh, Merlin's a bitch.
Oh, he is. Merlin, we're back with your sword.
Yes. As you see as Gormagal is holding it, you just see him like wave his hand in the air, and the sword and stone together just lift up entirely as if just by a giant gust of wind, and he just sets it right to the right beside the counter on the ground facing up. This will make a beautiful piece for my shop.
And Gaz pulls out 100 gold.
Here's your
100
scroll.
gold. Scroll, yep, let me just take the money and add the spell.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
As it has been.
And you returned the kobold safe. It says
Yep, we
you'll...
returned-
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we've returned with Sven.
It kind of gives you... Merlin kind of gives you a, like, wink. I hope she wasn't too much trouble for a young kobold like yourself.
Oh, she is no trouble at all. The spell.
Is it true that Sven was born from a dragon?
Oh, did she tell you that story? Yeah, he kind of gives a hearty laugh. Because he kind of looks over, Sven's kind of looking over at him as well. Yes. Born of a dragon egg I found many years ago. I was up on my own adventure. I found a small dragon egg in the middle of a cave. No family, no home, not even on top of a hoard itself.
Can I read body language to see if he's bullshitting us?
Yeah, can we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we sense bullshit?
Go and give me a perception check.
Perception
Sorry.
check. Okay.
Gotcha.
There's
Perception.
only perception in Pathfinder.
I'm just gonna roll this one because yeet.
I will also roll, make a private blind
Well,
gem roll.
I'm trying to use my special thing that
Yeah.
I have.
With a 2, it's a little bit hard.
Yeah, I imagine. Are we still doing the thing where we start with a hero point or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
hey,
Good.
better.
Gaz actually
Mhm.
got the highest of everyone.
God
You reveal
damn, I
my
wasted my
roll?
hero point.
I'm actually curious what I rolled. I rolled it hidden.
You did. You were the highest out of everyone. Even with that reroll. Though I will say, Adam, you could have technically gone higher with yours. As you kind of see, he does seem like he is telling a very almost like a repeated tale he has told many times. Like as he's like telling like this story, his hands are moving. You see like a magical essentially like a magical kind of hologram essentially of the story of it, and he seems like whatever he is saying, you can tell this Finn 100% believes it, and you do almost he seems like he's almost inflating a story, not exactly that he is like almost calculating, like he's not like trying to look like he's lying, but he definitely looks like he's inflating a story that seems to be far greater than what you'd imagine was the original case. You're not sure if it's your own almost cynicism with like the not believing it, or is it something true to what it is? But he does seem to be at least inflating a story that was once told, though it may be for Spin's amusement, or it may just be him trying to make something greater than it is, but you're not entirely sure.
But
I'm
he's
not
definitely
entirely. Marla, I am just a little concerned for Sven. It seems like you're telling. It seems like a story I've heard before, but can't exactly place my finger on it. Seems like it seems like you're overflating the story. I am just a little bit concerned for Fenn's well-being about what you plan for them and overhyping them for what they can achieve.
My wife's the leader of, or my wife's the single-handed owner of the entire library of the entire Dwarven Forge here. Yeah, I don't think I can't be a good storyteller every now and then.
Well, I do believe since your wife is also the librarian of all the stories of the Dwarven Library, I'm just a little concerned that you're filling Finn's head with wild ideas of what they can possibly achieve, especially about them becoming a great adventurer with the sword in the stone, and just a little bit concerned for their well-being where that's
You see him kind of look out, and look at all of you! We got two skinny human and elf-looking people over there. You got a suit of armor, you got a cat, and you're a kobold as well. And you're telling me that this kobold can't achieve something greater than what society wants for him?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the path you're saying about can lead to some very dangerous scenarios that could end up in them being hurt or killed.
And how many
And you
times
need
have you been killed? As he looks at you with a full knowing smile.
Just like puts up one finger immediately, just like
Happens in the background, like counting.
Actually, you know, he puts up a half a finger after that.
Yeah, Gaz. Yeah, the funny thing would be Gaz would use flashing all his fingers for like 20 minutes as he wanted to actually count them out.
Yeah.
But many times, just a little concern for her well-being.
And you over there, as he points at him. And whenever you were born and you found magic inside yourself, did anyone tell you that you never achieve anything greater? That you should hide your magic so no one ends up telling you you shouldn't be too powerful for yourself? As he speaks over to Adam.
Incorrect. I never said she would achieve something like that. I'm just saying the way you're promising such great ideals instead of starting small and working their way up to that achievement might be overinflating what they can do currently.
And then they look over, and he looks over. And what about that little elf over there? Son of a master trader? Ability going on adventures even at such a young age? Hey, Tio, did anyone ever tell you that you were too adventurous as a kid?
Now listen here, you stuck-up prick. Alright? We worked to get to where we're at. You are promising that lass over there greatness without work. and that does not happen.
She works every
I
day
can
in the shop.
attest to that.
She works every single day in the shop. She works every single night. She's been working every single much. She works even harder than any of, or most people I see around here. She works harder than any of the dwarves I see.
There's a certain
Yeah, go hold on a second. Adam, what's going on?
Clover is gonna fly over to Adam real quick and whisper in his ear about the little spark that she noticed in Sven's eyes. Adam's going to nod and he's gonna go over to Sven. Is she still like struggling with the books?
Yeah. You could tell just judging by that, you could tell it's not the shopkeeper doing this. It is purely just like the magic in the shop itself just has like a little bit of chaos built into it. But she is still kind of like getting several of the books and items in order, kind of putting them back to their regular place.
But they keep messing up and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's almost like the shop almost is just, there's so much magic in the shop, it's almost just working against her.
Okay. He's gonna kind of kneel down and say, "Hey, were you born with your magic too?"
I was born with the magic in myself, but Merlin's the one that helped me figure out. I didn't even know I could do magic. I just had, well, a few instances of magic that went awry, but Merlin showed me how to control it.
Do you know how to control this shop?
I'm slowly learning the ways around it. That broom over there, as they kind of point to a broom, and the broom quickly like goes back to its regular spot. That broom over there got animated by a dwarf a long time ago. Now it's stuck in the shop. No one wants to buy the broom because it has too much of an attitude.
How much for the broom?
No. Put it back.
You just see, most of the things in the shop are things that people weren't able to control whenever they used them, so they pawned them off on Merlin, and Merlin keeps them in check. And I help keep them in check too.
Well, you seem to be struggling a little bit with that.
The magic's really strong in the shop, and I'm hoping one day I can control the magic. Every now and then, as you see, the broom even knows whenever I'm watching it. It used to just run and fly all over the shop, but now it at least knows to respect me whenever I'm looking at it too much.
Wonder... It might... Maybe... I think if you really dig deep into yourself, I think you could definitely unlock a lot more magic potential than you think. I know for me it took really one instance. We're doing it took a lot of personal time and strength to do it.
Hold on.
but-
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I disconnected for a second. You continue now.
It takes a lot of personal time and strength, but you have that spark in you. I can tell. I think if you just, dig a little deeper, I think you could at least, control the magic in here.
That's for me. Oh, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Ignore that. Yeah, you kind of say, I really appreciate that, mister. You're a really big inspiration. Did anyone tell you that?
I'm not someone you should look up to, trust me.
And that's what a lot of people say about Merlin, but he's really shown me how to control a lot of the magic around here. A lot of the shop seems to have a mind of its own, but he lets it go awry every now and then just to help me learn how to control it.
Maybe I could.
Meanwhile, Tia and the dwarven shopkeeper are complaining about the youth and their lack of effort and exercise in the world.
Oh no, I'm going to fucking town on this guy.
They just-
Being a
just-
hard ass.
Later down, sitting down with Sven, being like, if you really want this, you must work really, really hard for
Gaz was
It
just
is
gonna have
not
like
a path made for everyone. It is no shame to go ahead and put aside this path to find a new one for yourself.
I wasn't really well. Maybe one day I can find the family. Like I said, I never actually knew where I came from, but I was hatched from an egg and kept with Merlin. So maybe one day I'll get strong enough to find out a place to call home. Well, other than here, of course. Do you have
Maybe
any family?
Adam kind of looks
Are you talking
sad
to
at that question. Is she asking?
They're asking both
Yeah,
Gore and Adam.
Adam and looks pretty starts to gets kind of this really sad look in his eyes. And he kind of ignores the question and just says, what if we I want
I did.
Gaz is gonna going to talk you through telepathy. What are you thinking, Adam?
Just gonna move this other dwarf out of the way. They're done at the fountain.
Move the extra dwarf out.
They're done at the fountain.
I think Adam's going to
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys, I'll think about it. Well, if you guys want to argue something else.
Yeah, Tio's just gonna put hands on Sven's shoulders and be like, whatever path you choose, make sure that it is your path. Do what your heart desires, and there is no greater honor.
Nilo, meanwhile, with a whole family of a whole loving family of two loving families. Just
Howdy,
That is
y'all. All
In
that
all honesty, he has all the family.
all that
he has
family
all the
down there.
backstories families combined.
It's like he has his adoptive family, his bio family, family friends, which is still basically family. Yeah,
Technically, Teriel and Owly, Teriel and Ophelia.
that's probably why I was meaning
So
by
much
that. But yeah.
Then,
think-
Yeah.
I think Adam is going to come up to Sven and kneel down in front of her and kind of take her hands and say, I want to do an exercise with you. I want you to close your eyes real quick, okay?
They close their eyes with almost a very, almost like a small giggle.
Now, try and feel your body. Feel the world around you. Let it go. And just feel, the blood moving through your veins. Feel the way your chest rises and falls, expands with each breath, each beat of your heart. And try and see if you can find that spark.
Go ahead and give me a Arcana check.
Oh boy.
At advantage. I'll give you at advantage. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 27 still.
That's an 11 on the dice. That's really good, actually.
Oh, thank God.
You see them as, you see their body begin to almost glow, similar to that light spell they had before. But, as you were doing this, as they were starting to feeling this, you begin to feel almost a warm sensation as through almost kind of like they begin to almost like freeze up a second as they're like tensing their whole body, and then they're like trying to tense and relax and eventually through a strong exhale they end up casting an AoE heal about themselves. Their first level spell.
Aww, baby's first spell.
Aww. Gaz and Nilo just get hurt a bit.
You feel Gaz, you heal the 1 HP you took earlier.
Yay. Yay.
And Tio, you heal the 2 HP that the dwarf did to you.
Yeah.
You see,
took damage.
Oh,
from this handshake. From the dwarf's handshake, you feel your hand slowly inflating again.
that was mighty incredible, Sven.
Adam gives a
Sorcerers.
Adam gives a smile, like the first real genuine smile you guys have ever seen him like have. As he says, "There you go. See? You got a lot of potential in you.
Ah,
You just gotta learn yourself, you know?"
thank you. Maybe I can. Wow, was that healing? Did I
Yeah,
heal people?
yeah, you can do that now.
Maybe
You
I
know
can.
how to help people.
Maybe I can. Now I can maybe go. Now I can go to the military ward and maybe I can heal them a bit. They always love when I come around.
Yeah. Just make sure that you keep this power to help. Okay? It's a big responsibility. You're gonna have people relying on you and needing you. Just remember not to let that get to your head.
I can't wait. Maybe I can't wait to show off this power. If I can replicate this, all the people and all the bruises over at the military encampment are gonna be healed. Maybe they'll thank me and they'll be really proud. I can't wait to go over to the military ward and show it to them.
Yeah. I think they'll love it.
The dwarven military with the kobold.
Dwarven military. The
Oh,
kobold.
it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be...
You did a wonderful job, Sven. Your first official spell.
Everybody that's connected to the mental translator, the mental note, just hears Catherine go, "Fuck, he's hot." Just
Adam gives her a very confused.
sorry. Forgot.
It's like imagine like just gas turning and glaring at you just as we're having a moment, Sven.
Sorry.
Kobold OP. You're supposed to be dying to a dragon right now.
No, kobold. More important.
Also,
Everyone, he's surrounded the kobold. Protect the kobold.
Protect the baby.
Kobold.
Protect the baby.
What's up, Neela?
Neil's going to put a paw on Adam's shoulder and just like quietly say, "You really do just want to help people, don't you?"
In my own way, yeah.
Doing a good job. And then he steps back.
He has just this look of just bafflement at Nilo's words.
Bafflement. Where?
He's baffled. Like he's baffled.
Yeah.
At the words and
Oh,
kind of
bafflement?
surprised.
Yeah,
No.
baffled.
No, shut the fuck up.
You are unfamiliar of this kobold's origins. This kobold's origins will be a thing for great later time.
It's gonna be horrendous. I already know it. It's gonna be the most traumatizing time for this kobold. It's
If you
gonna be
kill
like,
off
oh,
this
yeah.
kobold, Zerda, I'm dropping out of
No,
the fucking game.
you're gonna make a wish that this kobold.
Kobold's
would
gonna
do
go help the military
the list
ward.
of
No.
death.
Nope, gotta protect kobold.
They're just gonna go over to the
The
military.
one-
They're gonna heal people in the military ward.
Adam's
They're
gonna look at the
watch
rest of you
people
and
die
say,
before their very eyes.
Adam's gonna look at all of you and say,
Mhm.
you realize that your worry is just discouragement is what it is. I understand your caution, but she
Oh,
needs encouragement more than
Adam,
she
it-
needs
I
caution.
think
Adam, it wasn't discouragement of what their potential is. It's saying that they just need to do one step to reach a greater goal. It's a step-by-step process of working on oneself to reach a greater height. Not a 1 in a million chance is what they should expect. They should be working on their own goals and slowly improving themselves to be a better version of themselves and achieving their truest goals.
Just let them have this hope.
No.
Adam,
All I'm
You
saying.
need to
No.
You did just
I don't have this hope. No.
That's
let me
very
You're
continue.
good.
Don't cut.
You're good.
No, Sven, you did a wonderful job, and I see great potential in you.
They kind of look over like you, and they look over at Adam, and they look over at you, and they look at Adam. Thank you so much for the kind words, Adam. Thank you for walking me through that. I really appreciate it. I feel like I can really do, you know? She kind of looks
Yeah,
over
right.
at the broom, who's like, the broom is slowly starting to wander off again, and like she looks at it, and the broom like quickly corrects itself back to the corner. I think with enough training, I'll be able to do more than just the shop, you know. Once I've mastered the shop, then I'll master the world. And maybe I can find my big old quest one day and figure out what that's gonna be.
Yeah. Whatever that is, you'll be ready. I know it. And Clover's gonna flutter down to her shoulder and she's gonna say, "See? I told you you had a lot of potential. I know these things, okay?"
It's like a little Adam of their first time.
Oh, she's getting so much nostalgia from it. You don't understand.
just mentally.
She's so happy.
Adam,
Tia was all yelling at the shopkeeper.
You're still yelling
Yes.
over this
Yes.
emotional moment.
something important.
Yes, Zed. What's that?
It is. I'm speaking as Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
It is not that I am discouraging them. It is that I do not want them to take a path that they do not know about.
And what's the path that you all taking?
This is mental.
Oh.
The telepathy. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Oh.
Like
But yeah,
I will
response
aid-
to the unknown isn't always bad.
children should just be children and have, you know,
How old is Sven again?
Yeah, isn't Sven an adult kobold?
Yes.
They're like, what?
They're like, yeah, I'm like, they're
everyone's
adult
like a
kobold.
child to Magala. But that's pretty much the way it is.
To be fair, they're about the
What
same
is-
age as the party.
I'm like, Sven is an adult
Wait, how
kobold.
old?
Like
Yeah.
Are
22.
you sure about that?
They're like
Are you
22.
sure about that? There's no way they're 22.
Like 22.
Like, I was like, I'm like, you keep saying child, but that's an adult kobold.
So
I
that's
keep
adult
forgetting
kobold.
about
They're
this.
just absent. You have to realize how
y'all-
Absent-minded kobold.
They're kobold. What do you? They're kobold.
What do you know how kobolds act normally? This is how kobolds act.
In this case, mentally.
This is the mental age of a 22-year-old kobold.
Yeah, this is an adult kobold. They're just absent-minded.
They're absent-minded and have no fucking idea where they're at sometimes.
They've lived in this dwarven city their whole life.
But yeah, I'm just gonna
Tomorrow, I will teach you how to kill a man 7 ways.
Yeah, also, Sven, you said you wanted to learn potion craft and healing potions. After we deal with the dragon, before we leave, I can spend some time showing you how that's done.
That'd be fantastic. I'd love to have a private session with you. You see her blush.
Yeah, it's blushes as well.
Adam rolls his eyes and he's done. He's done. You guys
He's
keep
done.
hearing.
That's it.
Hera's gonna walk over and like nudge Gaz and be
Mhm.
like, perhaps we could do the session in their home.
What the fuck are you on about? Wait, what?
I live at the
It'd be
shop.
good- It'd be good to consecrate as well.
They live at the
You see like a small like nesting bed, like in one of the corners. It's like fully like fluffed out completely, and like it looks super comfy. There's like a pet rock beside it that just says like pet rock.
That is cute and also sad.
Well, we're still over there with them, but Adam's over with Catherine and Nilo.
I thought I was.
But let's go ahead and
I'm
deal
so
with mechanical
confused.
dragons, so we don't have to deal
Absolutely,
with
we
this.
have work to do.
I roll.
I fucking choked on a cracker when you typed "I'd win."
What's the I?
Yeah.
What's the I to win for me?
Oh,
In
so-
Nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I didn't- Okay.
I
Yeah.
would
Just-
say, should we get something to record these battles so that maybe we can dissect this later for lessons for both the party and the kobold?
Well, I'm sure Merlin probably has. Maybe Merlin can use his crystal ball to do a scrying and tell you about it after.
Scrying. Wait,
Yes.
make like a scrying orb?
And it is like projection of past experiences.
I know what it is. Does Merlin have one? He turns to Merlin.
It says, of course. You think a magical Merlin like yourself with a magical wand, the magical shop, doesn't have something as mundane as a crystal ball?
It is something that a lot of you new young adventurers do nowadays. They call it live streaming.
Oh my god, Magala, I'm coming to your house right fucking now.
They show you.
I hate you.
Oh my-
Yeah, you can do what with is you can basically astral project anything that's on the thing that you're scrying. It's other people can even watch it too.
Does this let me? What I need is an orb that can let me see where other people are. And stuff
Of course.
like that. Does
They
that-
pull it out. No, but so I have only one for sale. It's 3,800 gold. It is actually the price of a crystal
Sergeant
ball.
strikes again.
It's actually the real price of a crystal ball.
Damn.
Nilo just hears big numbers and it just like looks at his bag
Well-
and then just looks at everyone and is like,
Yeah, it is. It is a level 14 item.
Jesus Christ.
I was just gonna say, okay. Can you hold on to that for me until I have the funds
We're
for
just
this?
gonna have,
I
will
don't.
we ever have those
bootleg-
funds?
No.
We're gonna have the bootleg crystal orb where it's just like 30 frames a second, and then stutters in and out every 10 seconds.
No, it fluctuates between 30 and like 6.
Just almost.
There is a few different crystal balls. There's like 5 different crystal balls, and that one's the cheapest.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, as Gaz says, after the dragon part, he's like, "Oh wait, we came here to kill the automaton dragon." Gore, we should go back and go work with get with the party about dealing with the. Did we actually get its name, by the way, or is it just Crystal Automaton Dragon?
Chief.
Chief. I just want to make sure we knew the name. Yeah, we should go talk to the party about dealing with Chief.
Now I have
I'll be-
to- let me ask around on the mage net first how I remove this watermark.
Sorry, mister. Those bracelets right there are personally made and enchanted by me along with the wife of the great forge master. I could personally handle them to make sure that they were impervious to destruction from the person that they're attached to. You need a
You're
true
talking about these.
the wristbands. Are you talking about the wristbands?
I was talking about actual. You know, like how like whenever you use like some like cams.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yes. Yeah, you definitely know.
As for dealing with the stupid wristband, I will literally chop off my arm.
Damn.
Yeah, Adam's gonna be like, I need you to hold on to that for me, and I will try to be back once I have the funds.
I don't really think anyone's going to be buying this anytime soon. The price alone scares most people, and most dwarves in the city don't really need a crystal ball to scry other people in the city. Most of the dwarves keep to themselves, don't you know?
Well, I do need that. So I will be back at some undiscernible future point in time. And he's gonna pull out his flask, take a big swig of it, and just say, turn to him and say, "All right, dragon."
Let me just go ahead
Yeah.
and hire a bot real quick. Maybe we can get someone to record this.
I'd like to do-
Alright, if you manage to break off
Speaking
any,
of the dragon,
if you manage to bring anything back from that automaton, go check out Berlin and Berlin. They're going to be able to, I'm sure they can make you a mighty weapon with it.
anyway, speaking of the dragon, I do believe some preparations are in order. I, at least, would like to have some idea of some, how do I, some not idea, some assistance in going into this. So I'll be consulting my deck. Would anybody else like anything?
What does this deck
It could be
do?
very useful.
Are you?
What is this deck?
It's
Oh,
just-
dude, it's the harrowing ritual.
I have
Is it
no
just
idea
R-
what it is.
Is it just RP or?
No,
This,
Oh, it actually does
uh,
help.
it lets you reroll stuff.
Ah,
Is it
Yeah,
what
I
level?
see.
What level is it? Oh, first level. I
It's first
see.
level ritual, and you can heighten it to get additional cards.
Okay,
ooh,
nice.
that's cool.
It's a very fun, it's a very fun one, and I get to cast it for free because I'm a harrower.
Nice. I like that.
I have an interesting tactic that might be able to help us with the dragon.
Are you saying this mentally or out loud?
I'm saying this out loud.
Okay.
That would
Sven,
Come.
Sven, I'll be seeing you later for such magical potions and such. And then come along, come along, Gore. Let's go talk about how to deal with the chief.
I'm gonna cast this,
The broom kind of smacks you about on the way out. Sven
Clover
looks at the broom.
Same.
Clover Cruise in amusement goes over back to Adam.
So, remember that lich creature we killed?
Barry?
yeah.
And I'll kind of pull out a necklace with the purple eye on it. Been studying it. This has a spell that'll be able to potentially trap the creature in an interdimensional plane for a little bit. That might buy us some time while we destroy the crystal. And then once it figures its way out, by that point the crystal will be destroyed. And then it won't have that to protect itself anymore.
Have you
Oh,
ever thought
solid
of
plan.
possibly redirecting the flow of magic that is protecting this creature to someone else?
That's yes, but in the moment it would be quite difficult for me to figure out how to do that in a fast enough period between, you know, not wanting to die from a dragon.
Also, from what I heard, it doesn't seem because it drawing energy from from the crystal. I'm not sure if we could be able to do that, or if it's inherent property of it or the crystal itself or the dragon. Too many unknowns to rely on that strategy.
Catherine can give you like 12 seconds.
So,
Oh god. 2 rounds, okay.
my question is,
That is
who
not
wants to be dedicated to destroying the crystal, and who wants to be dedicated to distracting the dragon?
Do we even
that's what-
have an efficient way to destroy this crystal?
I think
Mm.
I can probably destroy it maybe in
Also,
no.
maybe 3
normally-
good hits.
Normally crystals, blunt force trauma is normally able to break crystals.
I wonder if they have a pick that they might be able to use, like a magical dwarven pick. Might be
Dwarven pick
more
or
efficient.
dwarven pick or
Maybe
hammer, I think would be very useful.
if only
I
we
don't
had
think
not
the
just-
blacksmith would be too keen on letting us borrow his smithing hammer.
Well, not a smithing hammer. We need something bigger. Something that Gore could probably use to smash it very fast.
Run to the military area to go see if they have something that might be of.
We're gonna borrow something from their military.
I mean, I would assume that they would be the ones that would have
I would,
something.
I would say that are we sure that we want to go ahead and rely too much on the dwarves? Because if we go ahead and
They'll probably charge us
succeed in
for it.
this mission, they would probably say that it was more of their craftsmanship than our own skill. And
You make a fair point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Also-
this is also a contract. Like, this is not a pride.
It's
like,
not.
said
It's not
thing.
about pride. It's about getting the job done.
This is a
I know
contract.
that it's about getting the job done, but there is still some political things to take into account. We're here on behalf of Nilo's kingdom, and having us come in and take care of a problem would leave the dwarves into a greater debt than us borrowing their equipment to do so.
I do see what you're saying. If we use their tools, it would seem like it's more of their own work than ours. Though, do we have efficient tools with ourselves though to deal with this?
I will say I can change up my fighting style for the sake of this, and we might have a better chance.
Do you have? Gas is gonna pull out scroll. It's not a very powerful spell, but it should increase your strength you can have against that crystal.
I can also, and Catherine will kind of flare up her magic for a second. I can also commonly bypass a lot of resistances and things like that, and you kind of see the spell change a little, and turns into from a reddish color to a black beam, and then she'll dissipate the spell.
If anyone would like to maybe learn more about the automatons around the area and maybe gain some keen insight into how they function, looks over at Gaz.
Sorry, Gas. Yeah, honestly.
Maybe you could exploit their vulnerabilities that they have.
Like sending in a
Like
Try to get a
learning
better
more about how they
idea.
function. That way it's
Uh,
much more easier for you to recall
Do
your
we-
knowledge about it.
This seems very pointed, your answers, but we know exactly who made them. Was it blacksmiths or someone else that made the automatons?
I mean,
I
You have not gotten that information yet.
That's the. Who would? I guess we need to just ask around in general.
From what it sounds, each makes their own. They seem very attached.
yes.
As for the person that is riding the dragon, I would like to keep them relatively intact.
Yes. Yeah, there's intention of only harming the dragon here, not having anyone else get harmed.
Alright. Dean, I think you would be best as our main tank because you can.
Throw me to the wolves that easily, eh?
I only say this because I am reliant on you here. If I could do it myself, I would.
Nah, I got you.
If
I
there
have
is,
sustainability.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
King Nilo,
No.
if you
No,
can
you're
go ahead and keep it down and off its feet, that would be also great.
Nilo, that's your
And,
specialty.
Definitely help.
Yeah, keep it prone.
There is the situation. I've not. My blades I'm able to conjure. I am able to change them into multiple forms.
Question:
If
Who
I'm
the
able,
fuck is this? No,
I
never mind. I see it now.
yeah, if I'm given enough time, I might be able to make the blades strong enough to be able to break the crystal as well. Though it takes at least 18 to 24 seconds for them to be fully charged up to be able to possibly crack the crystal in one hit.
Is there a way for you to maybe combo your attacks with, say, gores, so they strike at the same time?
That is a possibility, yes.
Combo
Hmm.
moves.
We
Combo
want to
moves.
time our
I want to
attacks
I
at the
want
I'm
same
sure
to
that
I,
I
time.
can.
I want to try do some of my blades. I want to conjure my blades, but instead of just conjuring the blades themselves, I want to infuse my magic like stuff over Gore's blade. Is that a possibility of me something I can do?
Not without practice.
Not without practice. Okay.
It is time to practice, it seems.
I don't know if we have much time to be able to do a lot of practicing.
We're
Well,
not
Pretty
then
doing
we
it.
will
sure that-
practice in the middle of the fight. Then why not?
Pretty sure a certain Threngar is down there fighting at the moment. And as much as I'm not a huge fan of him, I still don't want to see him dead. So
That's true.
Knowing the name of this dragon, I do not think he is dead.
Neo, do you want?
Nilo, you want to say anything?
I zoned out.
See how things,
Zoned
things
out.
are- see how things go down there. Maybe give you a little bit of foresight.
do we need somebody or something to potentially scout it out a bit?
Oh, I think I have things.
Clover could do it too. We could send them both in.
Oh, this
Actually,
sounds
I
awful.
can just thing. You guys remember, I can just be the thing. I can.
Oh.
True, you can.
Actually, very statement. Yes, remember, I can do the thing. I don't think y'all have actually seen me do it.
Thing. Yes,
I don't-
actually,
Later on,
that is
the
true.
goblin just finds Clover's little hat.
That is true, Nilo. Actually, Nilo, actually, no, that's true. Nilo, you should be great at actually scouting it out beforehand.
Give us ability to know where certain height advantages are, burrows, different places that we can hide and whatnot, and try to get the jump on it.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
try and see what I can figure out. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that
Who's-
sounds like a good.
I could take you to
plan
the
of-
next map.
Okay. I'm gonna say it.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I'm
let's.
going. I'm
We
just
will
going
split
to
into teams
shadow
of
on
twos.
floor. Yes.
Yeah, Saber, did you hear? Did you hear
Did
me
we-
when I asked you, if you wanted a reading, like tarot
Yeah.
reading? Or were you didn't give me any?
Nilo, they want to give you a fortune reading.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Do
so
I
this
just
is
grab
how
a
we're gonna
card?
have this
Do
plan
you
go.
grab a
Tyr will
ca-
be
what- How do
making-
we do this?
So yeah, basically this is through hero cards, right? So yeah, basically I would be pulling cards from a deck, and they will be giving you oh okay. Oh wrong, yeah. Basically I'll be describing a couple sigils on you, you know, just to connect you to the greater magical weave, and then
Yeah.
Catherine, get off the mountain.
then I will
I just started panicking
Give you
because we were all in a
cards.
red spot.
The red spot is a height.
will reveal your future. Give you a little bit of insight onto what you can expect.
Okay.
Are you ready? Alright.
Sure.
I'm going to be making my check. DC 27. All right.
I have no idea what Tio's doing, to be honest.
We get 5 cards. I'm performing a funny ritual. So yeah.
You said there's gonna
God
be
forbid-
sigils.
God
Are
forbid
they, like-
men
Yeah.
have hobbies.
I'm like no idea what to do.
I actually love these things, but I'll tell you this: Magala does not believe in such things.
If you don't believe in it, it doesn't work.
Sorry,
So, yeah.
Magala would not draw
Basically,
from the deck of
Tyr
principle.
has a sort of Tyr has a deck of cards between you guys. He's sort of inscribed you with like magical sigils, and as the reading happens, like the cards fly into the air and like circle around you guys, and he takes 1d6.
This is a reminder that
One
Tio is a
area.
cleric. In case y'all forgot,
Yeah.
I'd like to remind you that Tio is a cleeric.
Sometimes I forget
I
that
trust
based off
this
the
man
way
with
he
my
acts.
life.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. You have the first card that you have drawn is the Fool. It represents folly,
Man with my
greed,
life.
blackmail, bribery, or hubris.
Totally got
So-
this.
You know, I can't help myself. I want to fucking do this too.
Also, does tarot cards
Um,
have like the upside down or like anything like that, or is it just normal? Or
It is normal.
We don't have as much.
They're different. So yeah, drag the spell effect, drag the Hero Omen. You'll be selecting books for your first one.
drag some
Can you just do one to each person if you're gonna do that? I don't want you to do like 5 to each person. For the sake of.
I'm following the way. This is a full 21. I'll be doing this.
You gonna do it 5 times to one person or once to each person?
I kept asking people and they kept saying no. This is the only time I've been able to.
Okay, then you can do 5 for Nilo.
Yeah.
Let me
This
do
is.
it also.
Neil, I'm so sorry. I swear this is not me. This is just what I'm rolling. Your second card is the joke.
I think that's right.
It represents a monster that can only be defeated through trickery or the valor of humor in circumventing difficult people.
This is not an accurate fortune
Uh,
for how to defeat the monster. Please do not use this in the future fight.
So that is drag another instance of books onto yourself.
Just,
Uh,
just
the third
another
card?
book.
Crowns, I'm guessing, is next.
I want to do this just
Yeah.
because it looks fun.
I also want to do this.
Wow, you say no,
Special.
and then
I,
like,
I say
no, and now
no,
you
but
do.
it's just out of fucking curiosity because how funny it is.
And,
give Nilo their 5
the-
gold.
the third card drawn is the marriage, representing a union of peoples, ideas, or kingdoms.
Nilo,
connected
stop
to
marrying
justice
other people
or
again.
harmony.
Hey, it makes sense with like
So-
marriage of kingdoms, but like, yeah, what's up?
You're already
So
married.
this is crowns. And yeah, perhaps this will result in more than just a passing
Yeah, so we just
passing
doing
acquaintance with this
3.
kingdom. This is the third, this is the fourth, 37.
You have one on yourself, Tio. I'm going to say you can only have 5 of these at a time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this one is from the Harrow archetype.
Oh, okay,
This
you're
is
good
from the
then.
actual
You're good.
spell. Yeah. No, this is from heightening. This is because I can cast 5th level spells that I'm getting.
Oh, you're good then.
Yeah, because it's heightening this. This is from my archetype.
Oh, you're good then. Yeah, you're good.
37, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I see a hero cast. Yeah, I see it now.
7. Yeah.
It's a fun thing. I was actually
yeah.
looking at it myself when I was
This
like,
one is the Wasp. The Borak represents the permanently insane, lost among lunatics and psychopaths in insane asylums. It is a card of emptiness. Zed,
You
shut the
just
fuck
killed
up!
Zed. You just fucking killed Zed. Are you happy with yourself? Can you live with yourself?
Zed, fucking mute yourself. You are dying.
The hero cards speak only truth.
I won't.
So yeah, this is
Jesus,
the card of
Zed.
emptiness. Draw the stars. Omen onto yourself. It'll be the stars. And then this is the last one.
Okay.
This has been a wild ride. it's not very good fortunes for you. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine.
Six.
It's totally right.
And then this one is the Cyclone. This is the card of Strength. It represents an unstoppable, destructive force unleashed through the thoughts of intelligent creatures. So yeah, do the suit of Hammers.
Okay.
Hammers. So I
did
got
it.
two books, a crown, a star, and hammers. Got it.
Yeah, and the way it works, all right, it's not as good as it could be because I didn't crit succeed. But the way that the ritual works is, so yeah, you gain agency over fate and chance while in the pursuit of your goal, the dragon. Gaining a wild card, friendly determined suit, blah, 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 blah. At any point during the heroine's duration, which is a month, far longer than it needs to be, this creature can expend this wild card to immediately reroll any associated check they made.
Okay, it's an
Once this
extra.
reroll is taken, the wild card is spent and the ritual's effect ends.
Okay.
So yeah, and this is the suit. So you get 1 reroll on strikes, 2 on skill checks, 1 on saving throws, and 1 on anything that isn't any of the above.
Can you put that in? Can you put that
Yeah,
in
sorry.
chat for Nilo, and then we'll continue
Yeah,
from
yeah,
here.
yeah. The read omen ability. I put the table.
No, just put just a quicker thing of what Nilo has specifically. Just put that in a chat to Nilo while we continue. Just put that in chat so Nilo knows what they have.
Okay. Because yeah, it does say on the actual effect it says what type it is. But yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you could.
I actually wanna
Oh
read
no.
this too, but
What you mean? Oh no.
Ayo.
Funny.
Oh, hold
Welcome
on.
Okay,
Hope still not AO yet.
Hello.
Hold on.
Welcome back.
oh no, she dies.
I was gonna say.
Window.
Never mind. Did you hear what any?
Oh, I need to start in. Oh no. FYI, guys, hold on. Hello. Oh. Oh, that's probably why. No?
Buenos.
There we go. Okay, good. Thank you. It's working. Perfect. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Whoa.
It
You're
just because the
good?
headphones were weird, yeah. We should be
You
good
good?
now.
Okay, like I was saying, did you hear what Ali said before you disconnected?
No, not the very last second. I was hearing Tio talking about what they do.
Okay.
What does Ali say? Usually people follow up with that.
I'm still
2 o'clock.
fucking dying. From
Almost
that.
Oh yeah,
o'clock.
it's 2 a.m. I feel like that's a good place. to
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to ask. I was actually about to ask if y'all wanted to continue in this room, or did you want me to just stop there? Because honestly, that was like literally the perfect stopping point. Just obviously stopped, before I wanted it to.
I'm
But
pulling all the
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what's our plan for the session? Intense boss battle with Crystal Dragon. What actually happened? Kobold RP.
We all
Kobold RP.